Okay, let's see if this works. I changed the thing after. How can I see this? How can I see? It looks like it worked. Let me refresh it. I'll play this video. Hold on.
Oh my god, I got it in my hair. I felt it. Did you see it? It's just a cheese quesadilla.
Yeah,
I don't like their fake meat. The hamburger I can tolerate. Chicken I can't. I can't eat that type of chicken. That frozen stuff, absolutely not. I feel like I'm gonna be sick. Is a
Tinkerbell
index of 15.
So if she goes to court, and the one after this, we're probably gonna skip through most of this.
So it says, join the group of Logitech creators.
Logitech. She's reading her fake sponsor emails.
Now, and I don't know if that's how you pronounce that, but that's a real company. Y'all, people are so stupid, they tell on themselves. And I'm going to tell you who sent this in a minute. So it says, it's a real company, but this is not a real email. This is one of my
them fake emails.
Stalkers off of the internet trying to have contact with me. So it says, good day, I'm the CEO at Logitech, a top-tier leader in creative technology for creators and audiences. And actually, they're top-tier technologies for gamers.
That's how she knows it's a stalker. It's probably just a scam thing. Like, I'm trying to see. That's alright. Oh, that's a face too. I didn't even mean to do that. But let me just grab that real quick. What the fuck kind of face is that?
We're thrilled to explore a partner's opportunity in your video content space and help us engage with your viewers. First of all, this company's for gamers. This is one of my little gamer stalkers. I love how he tells on himself by picking a company he wish would sponsor him.
I wish I was sponsored by Logitech. I don't know anything about Logitech. Isn't that like, I don't know, when you can't afford like real shit, you buy the Logitech knockoff version. Like, wasn't that submarine that imploded steered by a Logitech controller? Am I fucking tripping? Hold on, let me look that up. I think it was. It was some knockoff. They should just use an actual Xbox, like One controller, or like a PS5 controller. That'd be good. It was Logitech? I'm gonna look it up.
Hi, my name is Mia, and I'm connecting to suggest a strategic partnership between brands.
It was a Logitech. Oh no.
And Logitech tech.
Yeah, that was the controller, man. It's like a fake Xbox 360 controller, not even an Xbox One, not even a Series X.
Have you worked with tech brands like yours before? We're currently launching a high-impact program aimed at collaborating with YouTube creators like you. It includes tailored fit.
See the news report on YouTube about how drinking electrolytes can be bad for you? No, I can't. But it's what plants crave. It's what's in Brondo. Why is it bad for you? I'm sure like recycle controller.
It's guaranteeing a relationship makes an impact. If you're excited,
I haven't been drinking anything. I'm going crazy, going out of my mind here.
Reply to this email and I'll offer detailed information about how we can proceed with this partnership. I need to work with you to create impactful results. So then I go to the actual company and I emailed the company and I said, hey, I received this email allegedly from you guys.
Oh yeah, you can't post links. Can't post links because then people will take advantage of that and post nefarious links to things, and then I'll have people being like, oh, Steve supports CP. So there's no links.
Is this you guys? So we'll see what they say. She hasn't got back to me yet, but she will. She will.
I mean, I can probably find it. It's just electrolytes are bad for you on YouTube.
First of all, a CEO of a large corporation like that will never contact you. Absolutely not. A CEO would never send an email like this. That's the first sign. Number two, this technology company would not even be interested in me because I'm political. I'm not a gamer. People are so stupid and they think that I'm that dumb. I mean, yeah, I can't enunciate a lot of damn words, but I can promise you, baby, I'm more street smart than you will be.
Is it you're being lied to about electrolytes from a month ago? Or is it more recent?
I'm talking to my stalker, not you.
Toxologist warns of potential risk from overuse of electrolyte supplements. This is from a day ago. This is on NBC News. News you better record on copyright.
Blair Huddy embraced Boulder, Colorado.
We're trying to warn the people. Okay? Just trying to spread this message of
Colorado's
awareness.
outdoorsy culture when she and her husband moved there from Los Angeles in 2024. Her new neighbor said water, and lots of it, is key for typical weekend warriors in such a dry climate at high altitude.
Suddenly, I was really hyper aware of being hydrated, and we just heard it over and over and over again.
Okay.
Huddy says she began adding a packet of liquid IV to her water bottle every day.
Oh, Brooke does like multiple things of that. I just drink water now. I don't even drink coffee.
A powder packed with vitamins and electrolytes, one of many advertised to boost hydration.
2 times faster hydration than water alone.
Within a week, though, Huddy said her heart started to race. She felt dizzy, the symptoms escalating over time until her whole body ached.
Thank God she didn't take ecstasy or something, huh? Her body's going crazy over some salt.
I couldn't touch my face or like wash myself with a washcloth without it sending my whole body into shock.
6
What the fuck? Why? What's going on here?
months later, medical records reviewed by NBC News showed Huddy had hypervitaminosis B6, or toxic levels of B6 in her body.
Oh my God, you can have toxic levels of B6 in your body? I don't even know. I don't know what B6 is.
The cause? Excessive consumption of supplements.
Did you ever consider that it was these drinks actually causing your symptoms?
No.
She says her only consistent source of the vitamin was coming from the drink mixes. Electrolyte drink supplements like these powders or similar tablets have surged in popularity in recent years as more Americans are fixated on hydration. It's now a $41 billion industry according to one estimate and expected to double again in the next decade. They saturate social media.
Just love that there's no sugar and no.
So basically, like, if you want to be hydrated, just drink water. You don't need electrolytes. Why do I need electrolytes? That's what's happening. I got bored of the news report, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sure once in a while electrolytes are fine. But like, are you ever like, I'm dehydrated, I need electrolytes? I don't know anybody like that. But maybe in the desert.
Let me show you this. First of all, please go spam that person.
Spam him? Spam this guy? Oh, who sent the email? It's just yeah, it's just a scam email. It's not even, I really doubt this is a troll. I think everybody gets emails like this. If you're on YouTube, even if you don't really have a large following, you get emails like this.
You say, good day, I'm the CEO. No, you're not. That would never happen. Never. And,
That's true. If you don't pee, then yeah, too much water can hurt you.
it's so funny. I mean, I actually had a good time, looking into this. I was like, oh, that's content. I can tell my friends online about bullshit like this. This is what I started this channel for.
I forgot to fill out the form for the thing that I was talking about yesterday.
It's actually hilarious.
Oopsie doopsie. I slept most of the day because I'm not drinking anything. Like, I think I'm depressed because I don't have any sugar or caffeine.
Yes. It's so funny. But that's not the only one. Here's the other fake one. And actually, I just want to be clear that I've already received 2 or 3 emails from this Luca person in the past, and I just ignored them. My name is Luca, and I represent Brilliance Hearts, organization dedicated to providing financial aid to individuals in need. I came across your YouTube profile, and I believe you may qualify for our aid program. If selected, you would receive a
Well, this has nothing to do with gaming.
qualified financial support. Additionally, you could access further benefits and resources tailored to your situation upon successful admission into the program. They want me to, it says I will follow up with a sign-up email detailing the next steps. You need to provide and complete your application, which...
Well, let me put it this way. It's not like I'm made of fucking steel or whatever. I'm not the healthiest guy. I've drinking a lot of Gatorade in my life. And I've never experienced, like, whatever that lady was describing. And being hyper aware, being hydrated, and just, like, needing to drink more and more Gatorade. Until I go to the hospital. Like, usually, I don't know, if I'm sick, I'll drink like a whole 6-pack of Gatorade in a day, and I'm fine. I used to play soccer. I used to play basketball, drinking Gatorade. I used to drink a lot of Red Bull too at one point, like with the Jaeger bombs. Like 12 Red Bulls in one night. That should kill you, they say. That's what they say. But I was fine. So you'll probably be fine too, but just be aware. Probably not good to drink it every day, apparently, because that lady almost died.
You best believe has a personal phone number on there, probably even an address. And you go and look
No hockey. No.
up Blessed Hearts or whatever it is, Brilliant Hearts. It's not even a company. You know, did you really think that I wouldn't go and Google and see if it was legitimate? I don't even answer that, you know, I don't answer this email. You know, I have time. But do you really think, like, I'd be dumb enough to send, you know, to call these people or contact these people? Well, the amount of...
Well, thanks, Westman.
BS that I have to go through with this channel is unbelievable. Unbelievable. But those were 2 DMs, and the majority of my email looks like that. It's just scam artist.
Gave it a go, honey.
Or people mad that I can't give them enough of my time. You know, they act like I'm not living out of a fucking car, like I'm not homeless.
I think they send those, like I said, they send those emails to everyone. They cast a wide net, and then a couple people might bite and give their personal information for the loan. Or I don't even know what this other thing is, the Logitech thing. I've never gone into the scam. I've never entertained it to see where it leads.
Kind of pisses me off. I don't have anything to give, not even my time anymore. That's why my life looks like this.
I assume it would be like, I don't know, a knockoff product sold on AliExpress or like Etsy or something. And then I'm supposed to be telling you it's like this super good product when it's not. And the link will be to Etsy. And then I go there and say, hey, this is nonsense. That's what I think it is.
For real. People expect too much from you. Way too much. When you are literally every day trying to figure out where you're going to shower, how you're going to feed yourself. You finally want a damn meal, and by the time you get done with that meal, you're hungry again because you spent 3 hours finding fucking food. Like, and that's only if you got money for food. People don't understand.
Food desert?
No, I get on here and I smile and hee-haw and I laugh around, but I am under more stress at this moment in my life than I've been under in 2 years. I'm just getting better at hiding it. And I don't talk about it. You know? It's one of those things where I talked about it and everybody bashed me and mistreated me, and now I don't want to talk about it. I have my opportunity and I'm going to take it, but this ain't about me. And I'm not going to stress. And, you know, the part of the reason...
Her story unraveled so fast, though. I'm sure people would be more empathetic with her if she didn't do a whole 360 in either direction, honey, and then basically show her true colors that she's just a bad mom and heroin addict who wants to go back to doing heroin apparently, and says that she can, but I don't think she can, because she's like, Dave would take me back, ba-da, 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 ba-da. I don't think he would. I don't think Dave would take her back.
Main reason I opened that email was so creators, business opportunities, brands deals.
I wasn't even expecting to quit coffee, but then I found out about the cockroach thing, and I can't. I have a whole bunch of ground coffee. I'm not drinking it. I'm not using my coffee maker ever again.
Those people could get in contact with me, and also my
10% is way too high.
regular followers. But what I've noticed is that my regular followers want way too much of my time. Listen, if you hear from me once a year, be grateful, because I don't even talk to my own damn brothers that often.
Because they're evil, right?
For
And incest.
intentionally. Because it stresses me out. It stresses me out. You know, so I feel bad for people that want to take it personally, but I'm literally homeless. I'm living on the streets, in the elements, looking for work. Matter of fact, I had a job interview this morning. It did not go well. So...
Wait, what? She has been applying for jobs. She said that YouTube was her job now. She gave up looking for work. What job was this?
You know, I think people, you know, I understand that people are lonely and they want friends, and listen, I get it, but you don't need them. I'm sorry. I'm joking. You do them. But if you want to have any sanity and peace in your life, you need to keep them at a distance.
What's she smoking? She has her... isn't that a vape in her hand here? Oh, the border's kind of cutting it off. Hold on.
And that goes for all people.
Move your hand. Why are you moving so fast? That's a vape. There's a vape in her hand. Why is she going off camera just smoking another vape? What is she doing?
I opened that email.
Oh, she's picking her teeth. Never mind. She had like a toothpicker thing in her other hand. I thought she was, I don't know, being nefarious.
For business opportunities. And it went south real quick. So I don't check it, because it went south real quick.
No, we've caught her with 2 vapes before. And I think one was a naughty vape, yeah. But this is, she's just cleaning her teeth on this time.
You know? I check it once every maybe month.
See, that's the bag of the things. I don't know what to call them. Floss devices?
Every 2 months. When I'm in Florida, I can do it more.
She's not doing shots.
When I'm up here, I can't. And people take offense to that, and I can't help it. But let me tell you something. I've actually had more contact with more people on my channel than most creators. Most creators don't talk to individuals off the internet, if I'm just being honest.
I don't think that's true.
But that was also my mistake, right? You live and you learn. Apparently, I have to be a bitch all the time and set hard boundaries, because people just want so much of my time, they get offended when they don't get a little sliver of it, and it sucks. Like, I'm not in a place where I want to be around people, if I'm just being honest.
I started a channel on social media because I don't want to be socializing with people.
I am so happy by myself. I don't want to hang around people. I don't want to be around people. You know? Maybe I'll be there next year. But after everything I've been through, I've found sanity not sanity. I've found security, you know, being alone. And just because I have a YouTube channel does not mean that I have to damn spread myself so fucking thin and stress myself out even more. I am literally at my rock bottom right now, trying to stay positive, and that's all that I need to be focused on. I can't be focused on everybody else and everything else, and people get offended by that too.
I don't think a majority of people do get offended. I think she's making up stuff, or she's taking like the 1% of crazy people online and taking it way too personally. Like, why would you take it personally?
But I've always had that one. You know, that I told y'all this. I told y'all, it's like that, you know, people want to be your friend, and then when you ain't got time for them, or maybe you're preoccupied with life, then they get turning to be friends with me. Remember, the little boy wanted to date me.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Little girl wanted to help me get a house, remember? And when I didn't want to be friends with addicts, then they turned on me. Why do women do?
Oh, she's talking about Planet Fitness people?
Why do women do that? Because men don't behave that way. Why do women do that? Makes me sick. I ain't never did some shit like that in my life. I understand that people have lives. If I see you once a year at the damn Christmas party or damn 4th of July, thank God I saw you. I'm glad you're alive. I'm glad you're thriving. My phone has not ringed until I had that job set up, and that's the first phone call I got before the last job interview. The only time my phone rings is for job interviews. 100%. I have not.
But then she's talking about that. She said everyone wants her time, but she said no one reaches out to her unless it's for a job interview. But she doesn't get any jobs. It's very confusing. I gotta grab water.
I had a personal phone call. Let me think. Probably since I tried to talk to that one guy that I gave my number to. What is that, a year ago? Oh. I do that intentionally. Oh my God, girl, you don't need to be driving. I do that intentionally. And you have too much going on, you can't focus on the task at hand. That's part of the reason that I ignore the comments, because I'm focused. I'm on a mission.
But you're driving. You shouldn't be reading comments when you're driving.
I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to get it out before I forget. The same thing goes for my life. When I got people coming from every inch, every angle, trying to access me, take my time, I can't focus on my life. Can't see nothing either.
I wish it was like Brooke. I wish I could just autopilot this shit. Sometimes, if there's like a lot of information I have to tell you guys, I can't read chat and do that at the same time. But most of the time, I'm bouncing off of chat. Like, I need chat. So, I don't know. It must be great to have the gift of gab, as Brooke says.
You know,
Yap nonstop about nothing.
one of the biggest problems I had with the strip club industry is that men would come in and spend money on you, and they felt like they were entitled to run your life for you because they gave you money.
Oh, sports mode.
They felt like they were entitled to access to you because they gave you money. Part of the reason I left multiple toxic relationships, an abusive situation, strip clubs, was...
And my great French accent. I can't do it very well today. La France.
because I was sick of that feeling. I was sick of feeling like I owed somebody something, and I was sick of them using it as a tool for codependency. Because that's what it is. And they know that. And women are the same way sometimes. The woman that I worked for at the winery, that was her in a nutshell. She thought because she paid my bills, because I worked for her and she gave me a paycheck, so it wasn't
And a place to live. But yeah.
like she was just giving me money, honey. I was working my ass off for that woman 7 days a week sometimes. Doing all kinds of shit. Walking dogs, pulling damn weeds, painting fucking chairs.
Spicy me. Sometimes I'm just crazy. If I have a justified reason to be spicy. Yeah, people don't like when I'm just angry for no reason though.
Damn bartending on the weekend, hosting a
When I'm withdrawing from Mountain Dew and coffee and I'm like, get out of here. I can't remember that guy's name the other day. Bob. I think his name was Bob.
damn baby shower the next morning after a 2-day fucking live music event. I worked my ass off. But she was an alcoholic. And that was my first experience.
She got mad because she had to pick Brooke up in some other city and called Brooke a whore.
With a true alcoholic. I've never, thank God, you know, my father was a drinker, but I was so little I don't remember it.
Yeah, borderline personality disorder, Bob. That was his name. That's not me just like calling people that. That'd be crazy if I did that.
So I've never had an experience with a narcissistic alcoholic, and she's absolutely a narcissist. So it was, she was paying my bills, but I was working my ass off for that money. But there was codependency there. See, she had a lack of a daughter, and I have a lack of a mother. And so there was codependency that went on there because she's old enough to be my mother's age, and we were friends, and I did work for her.
I don't know if that's even true. Not that it really matters, but I was gonna be like, yeah, I had a codependent relationship with McDonald's. They need somebody to flip burgers, and I needed money. It was toxic, man.
But there came a point where she started to control and manipulate my life and make my life harder to appease her wants and needs and her own self-motivated motives, you know?
Exactly. That's what McDonald's said to me when they scheduled me on the weekends, and I couldn't go to the big party.
No, she was motivated by self. It wasn't like she was actually trying to help me, because she would berate me and cuss me out and accuse me of doing all kinds of shit I wasn't doing, and then turn around and act like nothing happened. I mean, y'all, it was rough. It was rough. I look back on that time, and I can't believe I allowed anybody to treat me like that just so I could pay my bills. Y'all don't understand. When I say alcoholic, I mean alcoholic. It was volatile. It was verbally, mentally, and spiritually abusive.
Spiritually?
When you're dealing with an alcoholic that plays mind games like that and they're manipulative, you are way out of your league if you're sober. You're way out of your league if you're sober. But there was a codependency there, and she thought she could treat me any old type of way and tell me how to live my life and push me around and pretty much, you know, spit in my face. Not physically, but, you know.
Metaphorically.
And there came a point where I had to walk away because I was going to end up down, I don't know, being an alcoholic too. Absolutely. I was drinking so much just to deal with it. I was going to end up being a fucking alcoholic too. So I had to get out of there. And I'm glad I did. And I don't... That's the problem, though, like...
I think she just gets jealous of people, like functioning drug addicts or alcoholics, because I think she wishes she could be a functioning drug addict or alcoholic. I mean, that's the dream, right? For any addict. It's to be like a functional addict. But, that's just my theory.
Like I said, it's the same shit as a strip club. At least I psychologically realize this, that I get mixed up with people like that behave that way, you know? That's part of the reason I stay away from people. Because the only people that want to help you are people that kind of want to use you. That's what it feels like at times. Or they want something from you that you can't give them.
Yep, no, for
So
sure.
the jobs that I've been applying for have been in other states. Mainly Florida and Alabama.
What? Where is Alabama? Is Alabama even closer?
But also I've been applying to jobs in Mississippi. I think that I'd do well in those states.
Because of the accent?
I think I'd fit in just fine. So the interview I had this morning was out
Was it Georgia? Okay, that's not that far then, I guess.
of Mississippi. I really hate when they ask personal questions about, like...
You ever beat any kids or break their arms? I know, right? Those pesky questions.
I don't know, just like... They dig for information and questions that are kind of irrelevant to the position.
Just answer them then. Why? Whatever. Why would she get mad about that?
I guess maybe they do that to see what you'll say. See how quick you are on your feet.
It just seems miserable all the time. It's like, so what do you like to do, like, in your spare time? She's like, well, I don't know. I don't want to answer your questions. It isn't job related. It's like, I just trying to have a conversation, man.
Something new that I've been hearing about is this 20 after, you know, companies that I've had this happen 2 or 3 times. They told me they only hire felons after 20 years past conviction dates, and legally they can do that. They can do whatever the hell they want.
Is that a common thing?
They said
Wouldn't, like, so everyone is at least 40 plus?
that it has to be.
Who they hire? Who are felons, I mean?
They will hire felons, but after 20 years. Is that not discrimination? I just feel like that's fucking discrimination.
Seems like it's impractical.
But it's the same thing when they say, oh, an employer can look back 10 years and hold it against you. And here we don't have look back laws, so they can hold it against you for as long as they want. If it was 60 years ago, oh well. Oh well. North Carolina, they can do whatever they want. Some states, it's like 10 years. But here they do whatever the hell they want, and they absolutely discriminate against me, and I'm sick of it. And I'm hoping that them rolling back these DEI programs, I'll be able to finally find a freaking job. I saw another creator talking about this morning, a black girl. She was talking about how white people are hated, how if you're a Christian, a conservative, and white, you got the 3 strikes against you. Her name, I think it's M-O-B-Y. But I don't think it's pronounced. On this girl's channel, there was black people saying that all whites die and stuff like that. And this girl has a video showing it all. And she
So she sounds a little biased then, right?
also had other commentators commenting on how the triple strike in America right now, and that, I mean, it's absolutely part of, I would like to,
I hate her service. Why? Why, Brooke? Well, her phone cut that shit off early. Where is the next audio? Come on.
she ain't one. It makes me happy that she's of another race. I don't even know what to call them, figuring out how to do the whole split screen thing like you guys do. So I started that whole process this morning, but that might be a week or 2 thing before I can get it up and running because it is complex.
Oh god. So when she starts stealing people's content, it's ironic because she'll say that like I steal her content when I yap a lot. People don't like it sometimes. They're like, shut up, Steve, we want to listen to Brooke, especially when she's live. But she will just put herself in the corner, like her face in the corner of someone else's video, and then just like nod. Sometimes she'll do it with someone who's already done that. So like there'll be a guy already just doing that in the corner nodding, and then there'll be Brooke in the other corner nodding, just double stealing this guy's content. And then she got mad about it one time. She said that she should have got way more money from this short that was just someone else's content that she didn't do any commentary over. And it got like 250,000 views. She said she should have made way more money. Yeah, Inception style.
But that'll be something new. That'll be a change. More, we can actually like view content together now, you know? And yeah, do that whole thing. But yeah, she's talking about DEI programs and all of that and how it's hurt America and the white population, and she talks about how white people are scared, you know, and she talks about how, like I said, if you're a Christian, you're white, and you're conservative, that it's the 3 strikes, and you're automatically labeled a racist and a whatever, you know.
Blah, 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 blah. I mean, like, she could join, sure, she can join the gang, but then she can't get mad. She can't get mad at anyone doing commentary on her stuff.
Oh, you're a white supremacist because God put you in a certain body, and that's not even your fault. It's not even your fault. Once again, I think her name is Mobe. M-O-B-Y. Moby. I know that spells Moby, but she doesn't pronounce it that way.
Like that techno guy with the glasses.
Great stuff. Great stuff. I can't wait till I can play stuff like that.
Moby, you get something else.
I need laundry detergent. Trash. Money for clothes. Looks like there's only just a here, so that's good.
What was the 3rd strike? It was like being white, being Christian, something else.
I need a laundry bag. It's cold, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, Moby dissed him first, though, so I don't know. Moby shouldn't have done that. So did Everlast.
Yeah, it's definitely cold. I need a sweater.
White, Christian, and conservative. Who gives a fuck about politics, man? We gotta stop that shit. There's goofy shit on both sides, and there's like good shit on both sides. But no one wants to say that. No one wants to fucking have a conversation. So I don't know. Once people can get their shit together, maybe we'll talk about it. But until then, I'm not. Fuck it. It's just division. It's just dividing people.
Wash everything, like my clothes, not my blankets, because I just washed those the other day. Just need to make sure all these pockets are.
Yeah, it's broken. The Epstein files are a good example. Anyone trying to politicize the Epstein files is an idiot. Like, it has nothing to do with politics. Like, people on both sides are in the files. There just needs to be some justice, and everyone's just like, oh, but you know, it's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
So I could just grab them.
You know, Tash? I don't know. I don't know if she's in jail.
Progress.
I forget.
Now, where in the hell is laundry detergent? Under the damn.
It is a mystery.
I'm so sick of this cold weather now. I'm ready to get back to damn home. I'm ready to get home. Sick of being in the freezing cold. Not being able to, like, see the sun or, like, enjoy it, you know? At least in Florida, it's warm and I can enjoy the damn weather. It's a lot warmer than this. Even if it's up in the 50s, I can deal with it. This is, like, 20 degrees, 30 degrees. It's been freezing. And it makes it really hard to get up in the mornings and stuff.
Is that, I want to call him Michael Appleby. I can't remember his last name. We're going to call him Michael Appleby. Is that Michael Appleby's girlfriend? The one that went to jail that time and they were yelling at each other in the middle of the street?
Like, not hard to get up. It makes it hard to do anything because it's so cold. I had to run the truck for about 3 hours this morning because it was only 11 degrees.
Oh,
That cost
Michael
me almost
Appleby's.
half a tank of gas. But if I
But
don't
the
do it, then I'll
Dow.
be sick.
The Dow's
So you do
over
it.
50 grand. Ay, ay, ay.
You know, it's crazy because I was out here damn being a hell.
It feels like I'm living in a dream sometimes, and I'm gonna wake up eventually and be like, what the? I had this crazy dream. That was like a YouTuber. I lost my job, and fucking the world had just gone crazy. It was run by pedophiles. Or maybe like a space pedophile ring. I don't know. It feels like it's just gonna get crazier. It's not getting less crazy by the day. It's just getting more crazy.
My life would be so much easier. Sometimes.
I want to look into the Kurt Cobain stuff today. That's why we're in horizontal mode, and that's why we're at night. Also because I slept most of the day, but I want to look into it. There's something because I have a whole bunch of tabs open. I did a lot of I did like half an hour of research, and there's like things missing now and stuff.
Sometimes I wonder where I get the motivation to continue to do good, but I know where. God. He's the only person I got, and he's the only person I've ever had. Sorry.
Well, I don't know if you guys remember. If you're an OG, you might remember. I did a stream. It was a members only stream about this guy who was obsessed with Kurt Cobain, and he was convinced that he was murdered. And he was doing like not daily content, maybe weekly content. But up until like when I did the stream on him, which was in 2024, so he was hard into it. And he had all of this evidence. I don't know if I would call it evidence. Maybe some of it, not all of it. Some of it's just goofy shit, like him fighting with Courtney Love outside of a courthouse. But I wanted to see like what his opinion of all this was, because it's a whole bunch of people are saying now that he was definitely murdered and there's new forensic evidence and yada yada yada. His site is gone. Like, it's wiped. It's done. I haven't been able to find a trace of him since I think October or November of 2025. And he was like, this is his whole life. His whole fucking life was this shit. So I want to kind of look into that later once I get bored of Brooke.
That's all right, ain't no problem. Told you.
He probably did.
Make sure they work before you put your money.
Yeah.
My quarterback.
See? Make sure they work before you stick your money in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the cooks in the house.
Can y'all tell I'm gaining weight? First of all, got stuff all over my shirt. I had it zipped up. Can y'all tell I'm gaining weight? I can. Back there I can. In here, but yeah, I've gained some weight, so I'm grateful because I've been trying. But given the circumstances, we might be damn going back down the other way because shit's about to get real come the 21st. My YouTube check is $413. So
How did it get less? How did it go down? That doesn't make sense. And it's only the 15th. Wait, what? Hold on. So she's saying if this is January, she's saying that November? She was streaming, or not November. What am I saying? December? She was streaming in December. If it was October, she took like a week hit in October because she went to jail for a week, right? So then November, she might not have gotten as much money, but November she was streaming the whole time. Was she not? We're checking December. In December she was streaming too. That doesn't make sense, Brooke. Why is the check coming right now? Only $400. Huh?
but whatever. I go to work every day. I try. I worked 14 hours yesterday. Something that I'm getting in
And she took a week off in here in January too, which will affect February's check, but not this one.
the habit of doing is researching content and saving it for a later date. That's not typically something I used to do. I typically used to research my stories like the night before or the morning of, and I'm switching shit up this year. I'm switching things around.
Oh.
I want to be able to have my facts a little more straight and research things a little bit better. So I'm switching stuff around, but yesterday I worked 14 hours, which was intense. And that's another thing is that I need to start writing this stuff down for tax purposes. I need to start saving receipts.
Wait, what?
When we do food videos, like
When we do food videos? When we do food videos, you're gonna start writing off the fucking food receipts? Should I write off the dry freeze candy? I do my taxes. I've been dreading doing my taxes. Oh, I gotta pay my bills soon for next month. I don't want to do that either. What was I saying? I don't even know why I started saying this.
I just went to Taco Bell to showcase that little
Oh, because you're gonna write off her food.
expensive ass quesadilla. I can write that off. You know, this is something that I just found out. But I don't need a financial advisor. I don't need a business advisor or anybody to help me with anything. Remember? Ain't that what the lady at the bank told me? See, if she would have told me last year that legally speaking, I could write off everything that I showcase on my channel, I would have been saving receipts for tax purposes this year. How you go into a financial institution and they're like, oh, you don't need us. You don't need us. Because they don't want to fucking work.
Mountain Dew. Yeah, imagine I wrote off Mountain Dew.
But if you want a credit card, oh God, they'll give you $5 today. They'll give you $5 in an hour if you want a credit card. If you just got questions about banking information, though, oh no, you don't need to do that. Some people are so dense, y'all. So dense. You know? And this is the way of the world. This is just the way that's going to be. It's the way it's always been. Oh. Spray some of this.
What, her saying that she's getting right off the food?
I do love this stuff because it activates when you touch it. It makes the whole house smell phenomenal. And I got this bottle for $3. I'd be so happy when I find shit on sale at the Dollar General. Usually I think it's like $5, but that one had a price sticker on it for $3.25. I don't know if it's expired. What?
Yeah, you gotta do your taxes. She's gonna find out the hard way in 4 years when they audit her. You gotta redo all your tax information every 4 years for YouTube. And then if they're like, wait a minute, Brooke, you haven't been doing your taxes, they might be angry. And then they'll make you pay 30% of all your previous earnings. Which, if Brooke's made a bunch of money, whatever 30% of that is, she'll then owe YouTube, or not YouTube, but the IRS. That doesn't sound good. Maybe it's a different percentage for America. Maybe, that's what they told me when I'm in Canada, and I had to redo it. When did I have to do that? I think it was 2024. So 2 years ago. So in 2028, I'll have to do that again.
Y'all, the Daily Wire has messed up royally. So for those that don't know, the Daily Wire was actually supposed to do a production of Snow White with Brett Cooper, right? And Brett Cooper actually flew to Argentina, Bulgaria. She filmed this movie, Snow White. It was an adaptation through the Daily Wire. They were going to produce this movie, and Brett Cooper was going to be the star of it. And she even sang in the trailer. You could hear her vocal. So she,
Going on about this crap again?
you know, that's what's up in the air. Was the movie ever produced? And I remember that kind of makes you a sack of shit. You know what I mean? Those are the people that you're supposed to treat with the utmost respect. And taking your best friend's job, girl, got rid of all the homeless people. They locked people up. They took them to mental wards. They threw them in jail. There was one woman that used to sit on the curb over at McDonald's, and she sat there for years, and she just disappeared.
She just disappeared, y'all.
She sat there every single day, and she just disappeared. And there was other people, van lifers, their vans just went missing. You just didn't see them in the city. So they didn't want me in that area being homeless. And they were cleaning up the city, and it probably did not help that I sued the chief of police's best friend 2 days before I was arrested. I sure did, because he sexually harassed me.
24%. That's still like a quarter. That's a quarter of everything she's earned. She might have to, she should just do her taxes.
And they owe me money. Yep, I worked for them. So, you know, all of these things, a small town like that, and a girl like me, I'm just here to tell you they know exactly who I am, honey. Everybody. They know who everybody is. Everybody knows everybody. It's not that it's me. It's that everybody knows everybody, and they know exactly who I am because they know everybody else. Small towns work like that. People know who you are, and you ain't even never met no motherfucker before. I ain't never met you. How you know me? They think they know you. Once again, what do they call that? Oh, God. Parasocial relationships. They absolutely knew who I was. They knew I was homeless. And the cops have been fucking with me for months over there. Remember? When I was getting my workout in?
I don't remember anything, Brooke.
And the cops roll up to the Planet Fitness. And I said, yeah, I have internet stalkers. I have a YouTube channel. Remember I got in that fight with them two cops? Remember
It wasn't a fight. They were just saying, like, they were making sure you're okay as a wellness check. And then you blamed this kid, this imaginary kid looking at your vajayjay.
was screaming at each other outside of Planet Fitness. There's videos of it. They were on me for months. They wouldn't leave me alone. Every time I turned around, the cops were harassing me. Do y'all not remember that? Because I remember that. I remember. And there's tons of videos. The cops simply did not want homeless people there. That's why they harassed me for the damn 6-9 months that I lived there. Every time I turned around, I had another damn cop in my face. They didn't want homeless people there, plain and simple. And Planet Fitness, they had recently gotten rid of a bunch of members that were homeless that used to come in and shower. One guy, he actually slept down the road from the gym. And then one time I saw that there was another guy that was out there sleeping. Remember that? And
No, I don't remember any of this, but alright.
you know,
I do remember the cops thing. There's been a couple cops things.
so they were cleaning up the area. The homeless people were problematic. Here's the thing, though. I live in a car. I bother no one. I do no dumping. You know what I mean? I'm not problematic. I throw my trash away. I wash my ass. I
You pissed in a parking lot the other day.
use a bathroom like I'm supposed to. Now, if I'm out in the woods, outside the city limits, you know, you got to do what you got to do, okay? But, you know, and I was also a paying member at Planet Fitness, and I had never caused any problems in there. The only problem I ever...
By Brooke's logic, if she wasn't a paying member, if she had just come in and started talking shit about the equipment, then they had the right to ask her to leave. Not because it's in the company policy that they can revoke your recording rights at any time.
had was when there was a teenage boy trying to take pictures of my vagina when I was doing glute bridges on the Smith machine. I caught him twice. So, you know, I never really had any problems there other than people up in my
Never had problems. Let me list all the problems.
my business and drug addicts in my face, the staff that worked there at Planet Fitness.
Yeah, I'd call this problems.
I'm really proud of
Imaginary problems, but problems.
myself. When I saw the inside surveillance footage, it really spotlighted for me how they came with the intention of antagonizing me, trying to get a reaction out of me. And this is why I was talking about this earlier today.
She got to see the surveillance footage? Court's tomorrow. What are you talking about?
No one deserves to put you in a bad predicament like that. And it comes down to you having control over your emotions. And, you know, just because you know somebody's stupid doesn't mean that you have to tell them that. I should have just walked away. You know, but I was in a really bad place at that time, remember? I was completely indigent. I couldn't even feed myself, kind of like today. So I got money for
That's not an excuse to act like an idiot.
food, but same scenario. It's just a year later. I don't understand how I go from, you know, a check that's enough to pay my bills to a check that's not even enough to pay my insurance and gas bill for the month. But whatever, it's YouTube. They do what they want, and I can't do anything about it, and there's not even anybody for me to call to discuss it. How convenient. But, you know, I
don't think Social... Let me see if Social Blade goes back that far. It used to. They kind of nerfed Social Blade. They want you to pay for shit now. I'm not paying for Social Blade.
in a really bad time at that moment, back in October. You know, I was being stalked by people on the internet. Remember, I'd go to sleep at Walmart and bukus of people would show up, revving their engines, parking right next to me, slamming their door all fucking night. Remember that? Remember the two guys in the van and the little blue truck that come up and started beating on my car door because they wanted me to move in the middle of the night, even though I was there, and it was a first come, first served basis because it's a public damn parking lot, and we need to be grateful that Walmart even lets us sleep there? So I have no money for food. I'm completely disgusted because I'm depressed and I don't even want to take care of myself. I don't even have the gas to go around the corner to get to the gym. That's how bad it was.
I mean, they're not the best. These views are not the best. So October, she had fucking 5.8 million views, almost 6 million views in October of 2024. But then November of 2024, it dropped down to 1.2 million. Which would have been December's check, and then December it was less than 1 million. But she's just still get more money than that. $400, really? For almost 1 million views? Like, in my channel's heyday, I was getting just under 1 million views a month. So like 900,000 views a month. And that's like the peak of my channel. So I just find it hard to believe that she only made 400, even with 800,000 views, right? And her memberships are higher. And she probably had, this is 2025 now, so she probably had more members. Like, I don't know. I find it hard to believe.
It was. You're talking about 30 miles till
Super chats.
fucking empty. every day, stressed out. How am I going to put damn $20 in just to be able to afford to get to the bathroom and back? It was a really bad time. And then in the process of that, I've got Planet Fitness gym employees stalking me. They're completely obsessed with what I'm doing.
Oh, December. December is also like the craziest month for AdSense as well. So remember, I was like, my views were kind of shit in December, but I made, I think December, December, I made more money than I've ever made on YouTube in my life, even though my views were shit, because the AdSense was crazy. So I don't know. I don't believe it's only, I don't think she's only getting $400 in this check in January. That's nonsense. Now with 800,000 views in December, that's crazy talk.
In my life, asking me if I live in a car, asking me why I don't have a house, asking me if I need a boyfriend. I'm gonna go.
Nonsense.
We will talk tomorrow. It makes me, I'm really proud of myself, but it does make me frustrated when I think about the bigger picture and how these people were watching me and I wasn't even paying attention because I was in my depression and I was living in my own fucking world. And little did I know these people were over here like plotting to destroy my fucking life. And that's absolutely what they attempted to do.
I think a conservative guess, like on the low end, would be $4,000. Like $4,000 a month. I think it averages around that.
Let's not forget that while I was in jail for 6 days, I actually thought that my truck had been towed with my mother's gold watch, the only piece of property that I have from my mother who is dead.
Hold on, no. Wait, what? I thought my truck had been towed with my mother's gold watch in it. Yeah, well, you said you threw that watch into the forest, remember? Let me see if I can find that, actually. Just because that's interesting you're saying that.
That my truck had been towed with my mother's gold watch, the only piece of property that I have from my mother who is dead. The only piece of property. I barely even have pictures of her. And if I would have stayed in jail, I would have lost her obituary, I would have lost her baby pictures, I would have lost all of my personal property. So I thought my truck got towed. I thought I lost all of my personal property because even if I, by miracle, some stranger off the internet bonded me out of jail, I still wouldn't have
Randy bonded you out.
the money to pay the tow yard to get my vehicle back. And I sure as well wouldn't have had the money to pay for my storage. Y'all don't understand the bigger picture. I almost lost everything after losing everything. Let's not forget, I own 2 houses and land, okay? Let's not forget, I was living in a nice house back in 2019, okay?
The $1 million house is not $1 million that you got evicted from.
I've already lost everything, and these 2 heifers who have no respect for themselves or people in the community, who are bold-faced liars and drug addicts, allegedly, tried to destroy my life because I wouldn't be friends with them, because I wouldn't do drugs with them, because I looked down on them for doing drugs. My, how the tides have changed, honey. They have changed. My life has done a 360, let me tell you. So what happened was the little boy up in Planet Fitness wanted my phone number. I initially said, no, I'm not interested. Then his friend...
Did he own the house? I mean, I don't know if he owned it. Probably. Well, you probably had a mortgage on it. It was his place.
Come and ask me. And she's like, she like sweetened me up. She's like, oh, he's really into you. So I'm like, all right, well, here's my number. You can give it to him, but just let him know that I'm not looking for anything. You know, I'm old school and I court before I date. Looking back on that, I don't even think she understood what I was saying, but she's like, okay. So she gives me my number, and then he texts me. We text, I don't remember, for like a day or 2. And then the next day, I go into Planet Fitness, and that girl that had asked me for my phone number, she comes up to me in the locker room, and she says, hey, can I ask you something? And she is on drugs. She says, hey, can I ask you something? And I'm getting ready to get in the shower. And I'm like, sure, yeah, what's up? And she's like, are you a van lifer? And I said, and here's the thing. Everybody knows that I am. You can see me through the storefront of Planet Fitness. Everybody knows that I am. So the fact that she even asked the question was just stupid. But I digress. So I said, yeah, why? What's up? I said, yeah, I'm a van lifer, whatever. She says, oh, God, we gotta get you a house. I don't know why I just sound like Jennifer College there. I didn't know I could even do that. I need to practice that some more. I almost sounded like Ariana impersonating Jennifer. What's her name? Coolidge? Oh, God, we gotta go find a man. So she says, oh, God, we gotta find you a house. I said, actually, I do a lot of traveling. I said, and I'm not trying to be tied down right now financially. I said, we don't know what's gonna happen in the economy. Meanwhile, she's like, oh, Lord. So,
I found
at
it.
this point, I'm
found
minding my
it.
business, and I said on this info.
I found it. I didn't think I was gonna find it. I'm so glad I found it. Hold on. You guys will like this. If you haven't seen it, you'll like it. Okay, check this out. Stupid fucking watch. Hold on, let me pop the transcript because it's gonna go.
Gold watch.
Okay, here we go.
Please, make sure you kill me while you're at it. Put me out of my goddamn misery. Gold jewelry, fuck it. I'm throwing it away. I can't carry it.
I can't carry it. The watch is too heavy.
Gold watch, $150 Nixon.
So either she's lying about it being in the truck or she's just pretending to throw her jewelry into the forest. I don't hear it land anywhere. I think she's just pretending to throw her jewelry in the forest because she says it's too heavy to carry, which makes no fucking sense. You would obviously go hawk it, right? So this is one of the most goofiest things I've seen of Brooke, and the fact that she was like, I thought my watch was gonna get stolen with the truck. You threw it in the woods. Do you not remember this, you goofball?
Sick of this shit. Everything's fucking weighing me down to the point that my goddamn head is throbbing, and now my fucking weed vape's dead.
Oh.
And there's no way that, I mean, like, it's just one thing after a motherfucking another. But, you know, this is what society wants to do to you. Pen, throw that away. There's my vape. And my phone's about to die. So that's lovely. Love it, love it.
Here, we'll just listen to it one more time. Where did it go?
Me over a fake fucking gold Mickey watch. Go ahead. Please, make sure you kill me while you're at it. Put me out of my goddamn misery. Gold jewelry, fuck it. I'm throwing it away. I can't carry it. Gold watch, $150 Nixon.
What a goofball. What a fucking goofball. Anyways, let's go.
Information. I do my workout. I'm feeling some type of way. I'm like, Lord have mercy. Like, she's got that look already. You know, that drug look. So, listen, people have hard lives. You know, people have hard lives, and just because somebody has that look doesn't mean that I automatically assume that they're on drugs until they prove me otherwise, but I would go into that conversation cautious. It's the guy that had asked for my phone number, her friend that works at the gym with her. And I said, hey, what's up?
Yeah, it's all just dramatics. It's a theatrical performance, don't you know?
I got a question. He's like, yeah. I'm like, your coworker, you're not really involved in dabbling in drugs like she is, are you? And the reason I worded this specific way was to see if he was going to deny or get defensive. And he actually got defensive and started taking up for this woman who was like 40 years his senior, which is crazy, but whatever. At least 30. At least 30. She's got to be close to 50 years old. Maybe 45. Anyways, and he's probably, I think he's 23, which was one of the reasons I stopped talking to him. So way too young for me, bro. Way too young. I felt like I was. So anyways, I texted him and I asked him, are you involved in drugs like your coworker? And he immediately said, oh, she wasn't high. She doesn't do drugs. And I said, actually, yesterday she cornered me in the bathroom and she was high. She was literally falling asleep while standing up and slurring her words. And listen, you're talking to an ex-heroin addict here. If anyone knows how to spot the signs of opiate use, it's going to be this girl. So, it's just crazy that things played out like that. Oh, and then ultimately what happened was like I said, I stopped talking to the guy. I actually blocked him and never spoke to him again. Didn't even give him an explanation. I just left. Because when I realized that he was defending her and saying that there's no way she was on drugs or doing drugs, at that moment I realized that he was an active participant in using drugs, because the only type of people that would lie and deny are people who are active participants in drug use. Why are you defending someone that's just a coworker? And why are you lying to someone that you have a romantic interest in? You're
Brooke, maybe it's just not what you're assuming.
starting off on the wrong foot, buddy. You ain't even starting off on a foot. You starting off with lies and deceit. And ain't nobody got time for that. So I ghosted him.
Just agree with everything Brooke says, and then you're not a liar.
Well, fast forward, I go to West Virginia for work. I come back, and that's when everything went down. Y'all remember? There's videos of it.
Oh,
I remember.
Oh, I didn't even know she's linking this conversation or interaction to the Planet Fitness incident. I thought she was just yapping about fucking crap. Okay, this is getting really wacky. What did you say it was the other day? It's like in some conspiracy. Oh, because they didn't. Well, I guess it's pretty much the same thing. They didn't want to be Brooke's friend, and so they took it out on her and got her arrested.
Remember, it was
Because they just wanted to be Brooke's friend so bad that they got her arrested.
that, and I came back because I had to sue the Carpinos. I had a court date. So I came back, I did that court date, and 2 days later I was in jail. Listen, there are no coincidences in life. I have no doubt that I pissed Reese off, whatever his damn name is, and the chief of police, both of them guys, the new one, and the House of Representatives dude.
It couldn't have been like this thing that they cited. You filmed the guy, the janitor, calling him a pervert and stuff in the other Planet Fitness. And then you were also filming without anyone's permission, so they asked you to stop. And then shit went off. It had nothing to do with you not wanting to be friends with the employees or the Carpinos. The Carpinos and Planet Fitness aren't even associated. Betty Davis, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Welcome, good little angels.
That the Carpinos know, and the old sheriff. I have no doubt that when I sued the Carpinos, he made several calls to figure out what he could do about me being a thorn in his damn side. Because that's really when...
That's every business. Planet Fitness. Is Brooke a customer there? Oh, Heather Brooke Clark? Yeah. Okay. Gotta get her arrested. This is Terry Carpino? I can't remember his name. This is the Carpinos.
And, that's really when I was dead
I think it was Michael. This is Michael Carpino.
set on getting my money from them because they owe me thousands of dollars for work that I did. I worked at a restaurant for them. And so, they shitted me on my pay. And this is very common. And, ultimately I quit because they were running a brothel out of a freaking restaurant. Excuse me for not wanting to be mixed up in damn sex trafficking, prostitution ring. When I got a job there, I wanted to wait tables. Bartend. I was a bartender. I didn't apply for prostitute. I applied for bartender, bar manager. And I'm absolutely going to sue the shit out of them again one day. Apparently in Guilford County. Now watch me sue them in Guilford County, and Guilford County send me back to Rockingham where the crime actually happened. And where they live and own businesses. Remember? Because when I sued them to get my money, remember? Let's not forget that the sheriff, though, is their best friend. Remember, I went to court Had my big old board and my notes and all
Yeah, I remember your board with the double-sided tape.
that information. Remember all the background searches I did and all the digging?
The double-sided tape that she taped over the thing, so when she closed the board, it all stuck together instead of just putting the tape on the back of the pictures like its intended use.
And I wasn't even allowed to speak in court after spending over $300 to sue these people to try to get my paycheck back. And the judge said, I'm going to dismiss it. You'll have to sue them in Guilford County. I said, Your Honor, they live here, their businesses are registered here, and the crime took place here. Why on God's green earth would I go to Guilford County to sue them when they reside and own businesses and the crime happened in Rockingham County? So if they want me to go sue them in Guilford, I guess that's what I'll do. If it takes 2 or 3 years, the good thing is there's no statute of limitations, babe. Sure not. Not for tort cases, not for sexual harassment cases, not for coercion into prostitution cases. They sure don't. And the longer time goes on, the more victims that have come forward. It's up to 6 now. 6 different girls I've talked to that were put in the same predicament. And there's 2 of them that I haven't even talked to because they currently still work there and I don't trust them. So when you hoes finally get the balls...
I don't think you're supposed to talk to them or about anyone there. I don't know if it's that... I don't know if there's that time in the timeline yet, but you're not supposed to. No. Why would you want to talk to them?
The gonads to get yourself out of that situation that's never going to get better, then I'll talk to you. But while you're damn working with the enemy, I can't be working with you. 6 girls, 6 other women. So this is a very large operation. These are all girls that went, got hired there, wanted to work there, wanted to be waitresses, bartenders. The owners immediately come to them, offering them money for sex. There's tons of...
Oh, never mind. She's talking about the Carpinos. I thought she was still talking about Planet Fitness. She get me confused. I got smokable. I will be back.
Text messages. I've already showed it on this channel. We've been over the evidence several times. The owners come to you and they offer you an advance pay on your paycheck, but they don't call it an advance pay. They're just like, if you need any money, we got you. If you want any money, let us know. When do you need some money? You need some money? That's a red flag. I know that it seems generous. I know that it seems kind of your new employer to try to help you out in your time of need. But honey, no, you don't know what comes with that advancement. You don't know what comes with it. Now, it's one thing if it's a cash advance on your paycheck, and that's different. If it's just an owner of a business telling you that they'll give you money, that's a red flag. And then the owner's wife starts texting you, and she's a surface level person that only has a one-track mind about sexual escapades. Terry Carpino and Michael Carpino are 2 of the most evilest people that have ever walked this earth. They are perverts that dabble in drugs, in my opinion. Their daughter is strung out on cocaine, which is very clear. And, you know, going to the police with this information down at the Eden Sheriff's Department, I couldn't help but notice all they cared about is where the drugs were. I'm telling these sheriffs that this restaurant is allowing girls to prostitute themselves out of a restaurant. This restaurant is coercing and essentially forcing them to. Otherwise, you get bullied and berated to the point that you want to quit because you're not one of the cool kids. Everybody's spitting on you and treating you like shit while you're at work. Hypothetically, not, you know, figuratively. They make it so they let you know that that you're not one of them because you don't want to dabble in drug use and sell your vagina out of a damn restaurant, and they let you know that you're the one that's a problem by the way that they treat you when you come to work every day, and they try to bully you until you quit. And then you call the Department of Labor, and you call the EEOC, and there's nothing they can do. They don't even want to damn take a report. They don't even want to damn talk to anybody. Nobody wants to do their fucking job. I'm never going to forget, and I still have my poster board and all my notes, because we going back, babe. It's just a matter of when, you know? We're going back. But I'm telling you one thing. If I get over to Guilford County and they send me back over here, I don't know what to do then. Fuck, file a damn formal complaint with the damn... I don't know. I'd have to... I don't know. That's, Imagine one jurisdiction telling you got to go to a different jurisdiction. You go to that jurisdiction, and they're like, no, you was in the right place, Ma. It's like, oh, yeah, I already knew that. Remember, Julie, at the courthouse? Remember that type of situation? Yeah, you've got the right paperwork. You're in the right place. I will say that if we get to Guilford County and they send me back to Rockingham, that goes to show that there's corruption deeper than what the eye can see. You know what I mean? So I'm interested to see. I really am. I can't wait one day. And I know that I'm not going to get my money. Like, I won't see that money. It's not about that for me. It's about the principle. I want to look at these people and I want to tell a judge what happened to me. I want to tell a courtroom what happened to me. I want it on the record what these people are doing to young girls who are in vulnerable situations, might I add. They're the type of people that go after girls that are already struggling, okay? They got a victim MO, they got what do they call that? They got a type, Yeah, they offered me thousands of dollars to go to New Orleans and hook up with them, and when I said no, that's when shit started going south. And then I had all of these House of Representatives flying in from Georgia and damn South Carolina giving me their business cards at the bar, telling me that I could come visit them and stay with them on in their luxury homes. They'd pay for everything. And when I said absolutely not, things just got worse. It's really crazy. I wish I would have took pictures of those business cards back then. That's something that I regret, is not taking pictures of those House of Representatives.
What does it say on the business cards other than their information? They give business cards to everyone.
Business cards. It was two white guys, one from Georgia and one from South Carolina, and they were both Republicans. That makes it even fucking worse. How are you conservative out here doing shit like that? I'll tell you how, because they ain't true conservatives. They're surface level people that are self-motivated and they do what they want based around their own perversion and their perverted wants.
I don't know, like there's no evidence of anything Brooke is claiming, right? She doesn't like the Carpinos. They said they bullied her. She said they bullied her.
She's gonna go to pieces. Fuck her fucking pieces. Don't get me started. Fuck her fucking pieces.
At Cindy_Lou_102 super chatted $5. Michael Corleone. I would never hire her and I would tell everyone I know not to hire her. And now she wants free money? Okay, Heather G. WTF.
Thank you for the 5 Cindy. I don't know who Michael Corleone is, but Michael Carpino is apparently evil, even though they just offered her cash advances and to come to New Orleans with them. And I don't know, the House of Representatives came and gave her business cards, and that apparently means automatically that they wanted to fuck her. And that I don't know what this bullying is, but apparently it was so bad that she had to quit, and it was all calculated, honey.
I used to look at people like Ghislaine Maxwell. When I first heard about like the whole Ghislaine Maxwell thing, my initial
We can't compare the Carpinos to fucking Epstein and Maxwell, come on.
thought was, oh, she probably met Jeffrey and was, gaslit by him and manipulated by him, but I don't feel that way. And it's the same thing when it comes to Terry Carpino that owns Uptown Tavern. Back in the day where I would meet women that were complicit in helping their husbands abuse young girls, I would also look at that wife as a victim. I don't anymore. I don't care. I don't care what's been done to you. That should give you even more motivation to help a young girl, not hurt a young girl. Especially if the person, your husband, is trying to hurt this girl and he's already hurt you.
Okay. So why have you not helped all of these supposed women in Randy's escort service? If you know this information. No one can even give me a website name. I just want a website name. I'll way back it. I'll fucking who is that shit. I'll figure it out. If there's a will, there's a way. We can see who owns the website. And that would fucking at least get us somewhere. But I don't know, Brooke. It just shows you're kind of full of bullshit.
You're complicit and you're just as evil as he is. And Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend for decades, the one that would ultimately be sentenced to prison, she had a weird relationship with her father who, you know, she was like a daddy's girl and he would pay for everything and she was very spoiled. She came from money. And then, you know, she got with Jeffrey and it was the same dynamic as her father relationship. I almost wondered if her father messed with her because I get these vibes and this is what I do. And it would make sense if he did why she fell for Jeffrey Epstein because, you know, but I don't know. I don't know if she was ever, you know, it was very common when she was, you know, I feel like it's less common nowadays. Incest and those types of sexual abuse, as far as in the family, I feel like it's less prominent than it might have used to be. I feel
What the fuck are we going on about here?
like it was socially acceptable at one time back in, like, you know.
There's a conspiracy that, like, she isn't. This is a new person. That the facial analysis looks different, but I don't even know what to believe anymore. Who knows? Who knows?
You know, if you were abused in the 1600s, you just didn't say anything.
She definitely doesn't want to talk about anything, that's for sure.
Who were you gonna tell? Do you think anybody gave a damn? Everybody was starving, out plowing fields, walking miles to get buckets of water and shit. You know, like, and maybe I'm wrong, but I just feel like back in the day, you know, if a farmer had 15 daughters and he fooled around with one or two.
They say that she's in Canada. Point me in the direction, I'll take care of her. I didn't hear that, but I wonder why they think that.
Two of them, it was kept more under wraps than it is today. And I feel like, well, judging by the statistics, we know that biological fathers only commit those types of crimes around 2%. It's the secondary fathers at 17% that actually do those types of crimes. It's very rare for biological fathers to, well, I guess 2% is still up there. That's a significant amount of people still. But I just feel like nowadays, because it's frowned upon and because, I don't know. I mean, it's always been frowned upon, but was it? We need to do some research on that. We need to do some, I want to do some research on, I don't know what to call it, sexual perversion in the early hundreds. Like,
Wait, what?
Like, you know, 16, 17, maybe we can start when America was established.
Sexual perversion in the early hundreds with Brooke Clark.
Here, but I would love to find some stories on that.
That's the thing too. I mean, like, I think society has gotten better in general, other than the elite pedophile ring, but like other people are a lot more, what would the word be, conservative than they were before, in the sense, like, I don't know. There's two sides to the coin, actually. I guess it has gotten a bit crazier, but it's also gotten a bit normal. I don't know. You want to see the early hundreds? Like back in medieval times and shit? When were the medieval times? Let me look this up.
Because I just feel like
when was
it happened a lot
times?
more back in the day within the family and nobody said anything as opposed to nowadays, but I could be wrong.
Approximately 1,000 years. Oh, from, what the fuck is CE? 1450 to 1500 CE? Huh?
And the amount of women that have husbands that are like killers or rapists, and then they cover up for this person and they, you know, help him cover up.
So, anyways, back in those days, things were probably worse.
His crimes and stuff. I could never. Y'all know I'm gonna be the first one at the sheriff's department. And I'm taking them all the evidence, honey. I'm gonna play stupid.
Yeah, women didn't even have rights. They thought women were like crazy and stuff. Like they just thought every woman was crazy. It was very sexist times to live in back in the day, so I can't imagine perversion was any better. It was probably worse.
For a long time. I'm gonna play stupid for a long time, and I'm gonna be collecting evidence. I'm gonna have that shit somewhere at a damn storage shed, and then I'm gonna roll up the police department. I'll be like, listen, I done did your whole investigation for you.
There's a lot of early hundreds. 1700s, 1800s, 19. I don't even know what hundreds she's talking about here. She said all of the hundreds.
Here's the
hundreds.
key to the storage shed. Every single box is marked with a month. There's 2 years worth of shit there. Don't fuck it up. Seriously. I swear to God. You think I'm joking? Oh God, you come home with white socks that has what looks like a blood speck. Oh, I'm keeping it. I'm bagging it and I'm taking it to the storage building. And
I was picturing like the end of the series. It goes from like the early 1900s to like the early 2000s, and then that's the end of the series. There's nowhere else to go.
I think those things have to be controlled because DNA and stuff has to be in a controlled environment, I do believe. I know when they drew my blood, they put it in a vial and they said they were sending it off to put it in a cooler. So, I don't know, but you get what I'm saying. Oh, I got a little black book. It ain't got no men in it, but it's got all his damn times home, times leaving, nights he was missing, every day, every month.
The fuck is she talking about?
Don't let me get on to you as my spouse, okay? I am the FBI.
Oh shit, like Dave?
I don't need to call him. Ain't that shit wild with those fake emails?
No, she's all over the place.
People are so stupid. I found it freaking hilarious. Oh shit.
Should we see what kind of sponsors I have today?
I guess I can put them in the dryer or fold them with me. I didn't want to be in here talking. I feel like I'm disturbing people running in my mouth. So loud. No, it wasn't.
Why?
Was up there?
I'm on behalf of Givoni. The purpose of a potential collaboration featuring our Amazon's Choice product, magnetic dryer vent coupling. Our innovative connector simplifies dryer maintenance and enhances home safety with this quick magnetic design, which is ideal for engaging DIY and home improvement content. We're open to discussing collaboration terms, including providing a sample unit and negotiating a competitive partnership package. Well, could you imagine? First off, this is obviously fake. Second, could you imagine me being like, all right, guys, buy this fucking magnetic dryer vent coupling. It's going to make... What is it supposed to do? It enhances safety and DIY home improvement. Now back to Brooke. Like, that'd be crazy. What else we got? That's just in the spam folder. So I thought it was going to be more crazy.
Before I got here. Yeah.
I'm going to go to alt mail. I could just search collaboration, I guess. It's from Francesca. Good afternoon, dear content creator. I'm a delegate of the Corral team. The Painter Studio is on the outlook for an influencer to promote our product across various social media platforms on a partnership model. I found your content interesting. Can we discuss potential partnership?
I do love
Yada 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 yada.
I bought, like, usually I wear some under here, but they're all dirty. My knees are so ashy, y'all.
It's in the works. And we're just gonna get out. We don't even need coffee. Fuck coffee.
How ashy?
But a coffee alternative sponsor is in the works.
Hold on. I'm literally so ashy.
That's cost effective because I'm on a budget.
My hand's not. I guess it is.
It's not Mountain Dew.
They always smell like gas when they come out. Because they dry it with gas.
You don't like your slasher jeans?
Out of their way to fake that. But really come around. You know, I think I had to realize that, I think I needed to realize how much the government lies before I was able to even imagine that they would go out of their way to fake that. But really what it was about was power and control. They wanted to outbeat other aerospace people or whatever. They were trying to updo Russia, right? It was another country.
She thinks the moon landing's fake now.
I think I'm the last person on Earth that finally might think that the moon landing was fake. I don't know why it took me this long to come around, if I'm being honest. Other aerospace people or whatever, they were trying to updo Russia, right? It was another
They're trying to updo Russia, bro. She's getting dumber by the day.
country. So, you know, when you put it like that, I could see why they did it. But yeah, there's a lot of sketchy stuff. Oh my god, I put way too much water. I was watching the Y-Files. He has a good episode on it.
The Y-Files? Come on, Brooke. What the fuck? 38.
I mean, I do think that we've been there since then. I just don't think that that was our first trip to the moon.
How many astronauts have walked on the moon?
And we can actually investigate that one day, if y'all don't know about it. There's a lot of different mitigating circumstances to that, like shadows, lights, flag placement, flag movement. There's like, it's a whole thing. And I'm like, Brooke, how have you never really like ventured into this? I hear it all the time, you know, just like everybody thinks that CIA killed JFK, and they probably did. But the moon landing is one of those conspiracies, so to speak.
But there was like so many people who went into like working on a whole bunch of stuff to make sure that the moon landing worked. Like a bunch of mathematicians and people who built the rockets and the actual astronauts. There's 4 guys on at least the first moon landing, right? I think there's 3 or 4 guys that went up there. So they've just all lied the whole time? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like a lot of people. And where'd the rocket go and stuff? Like, it's just like, I don't know, man. I've seen all of the conspiracies get debunked too, so it's like, what are we grasping onto here? Why is Brooke thinking in 2025 that the moon landing is fake now?
That everybody is kind of, a lot of people believe was faked. Specifically conspiracy theorists.
Yeah, I guess clicks and views is something to talk about. It's like flat earth. It's the same shit. People think we can't go past the firmament or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know, the atmosphere.
I'm joking, because I agree. Like, something ain't right. Something ain't right. And when there are astronauts that came out years later that said it never happened, they contradicted their whole career. I don't know.
I don't think so. They might have taken a clip of something out of context to make it seem like that, but I don't. When did that happen? I'll look up the video. When did that happen?
Oh, I could be wrong about that, but we'll research.
Yeah, you are probably wrong, but I used to fucking... Dude, I love a good conspiracy theory, and I love digging into it and seeing if it holds any weight, right? Maybe I'm bad at it because, like, the whole Epstein shit is kind of crazy, but I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure we went to the moon.
Search it one day and, like, see what we can dig up. And that's definitely one of those things that takes a week. because it's just so much stuff out there. You want to have your facts right. Damn. Still makeup everywhere. This is the first night I've taken my makeup off like this in a while. But it's okay. It's kind of...
I don't know, is there a different way to take your makeup off?
I don't think I'm going to wash my hair in the morning, so I want to make sure I get this makeup out of my hairline good. Y'all know what that means. It's about to be that time. God, and I haven't had a meltdown. Don't worry, it might be coming soon. Because God knows my patience.
They explain the
When I got
yeah.
all these bills due. I don't know what to do. I mean, honestly, I don't. I do know one thing. I'm sick of talking to people on the phone for jobs. I'm over it. Like, I'm so exhausted. Before I even get going, it's exhausting. Like, before I even say hello, just knowing that I got to talk to somebody on the phone takes it out of me. It takes it out of me. Ouch. Okay, good. It absolutely does. I don't know how I went from having less views to making more money to having more views to making less money.
Yeah, that doesn't really track, does it?
Make it make sense.
It also doesn't make... It doesn't make any sense, Brooke. Because you're saying you made less money and you just made less views. When you had more money, you're saying you had less... So what is it? Are we getting more money now? Or back in October, did you get less money? She's so inconsistent.
How?
We just looked at the graph earlier.
From a $1,300 check to a $400 check.
You don't have more views right now. You have less views. And I don't think you have 400. Look at her stupid eyes. Also December. December is good for AdSense.
I thought with time you made more money. Am I wrong? I know the answer. But, yeah. 413 bucks. 418? 13? It's not even enough to pay my truck payment. And I'm already one payment behind. So, that means I'll be 2 payments behind. Which means that I might lose my truck. Can't do anything about it. My insurance is also due. It was due on the 7th.
Can't do anything about it while she smiles.
Of this month, along with my truck payment. My storage shed will be due on the 1st. My phone bill is due on the 21st. And my YouTube check is only 413 bucks, 418 bucks. So, you know, going to jail, not being able to make content back in October and November, dealing with all of this, it's absolutely financially...
I think she's kind of misrepresenting things here. I think that, first off, it was $500 yesterday, but now it's $400 and something dollars, and I think that's this month's earnings because she took a week off in January. Like, this is January, she took a week off. So, I remember I even said, I was like, okay, so she made $500 in a week. That's not that bad. She's got to hustle now. So the check she's getting, she's making it sound like the check that she's getting right now is only going to be $400 and something dollars, when in reality, we're halfway through the month. It's the 15th. And she could still make money. She's just like trying to get people to donate because she needs to make up for the week that she was gone.
Impacted my life. Not to mention, I paid thousands of dollars to get out of jail for something I didn't do. So, you know, I might still lose everything over this. When things were like finally looking up, you know, back in October, I made my first check. I got my first YouTube check, you know? So, $1,300, that was not even enough to pay my bills.
$1,300. So $2,600.
Buy groceries and get gas. But I was grateful to have it because it paid for my truck. So that meant my home was secure. I didn't have to worry about that. Well, now I don't have that. And nor do I have anyone to live with. So, you know, I'm going to continue to smile and do what I can because that's all that I can do.
And lie. Just smile and lie.
That's all that I can do. You know, I'm going to continue.
You'll live with Randy if shit gets too hard or if you're just lazy.
To strive towards class, and you know, if something happens and I lose my truck, then I won't be able to go to school, but I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that I didn't have these problems when I was on drugs.
Here we go back to the fucking drug thing. She really wants to do drugs, you guys. She really wants to. It's like almost if she gets caught doing them or something, it's like, well, I told y'all life is better on drugs. Why do you bring this up all the time? Just go do drugs then. Such a weird thing to say if you're actually sober.
And it's kind of crazy that I got sober and my life turned out like this. You're supposed to see good things happen in your life, rewards, you know, achievements, congratulations. When you
Yeah, it could just be like, I think, is it, she thinks the audience is going to feel bad? Like, oh my God, we don't want to see Brooke do drugs again. We better send her money. I don't want to see Brooke do drugs. When in reality, if you think about that, why would you send a person who says they're going to do drugs money? They're going to buy drugs with the money, right?
when you get clean. I've seen none of that. And matter of fact, everything has tried to push me back into sex work. Everything. Everyone and everything has tried to push me back into stripping just to survive, and I refuse. I would rather lose this car than have to put myself in a horrible situation and risk harming people. Because that's what you do every day you go to that club and you drink. Every day you go in that club and you drug. Every day you go in that club.
I like macaroni and cheese. I have gluten-free macaroni and cheese. I'll make with, I'll chop up some onions in there and put like some garlic. Like, what is it? Minced garlic?
And you mess with them men who you don't know who they are. You're putting yourself in danger.
And hot sauce.
And you're putting other people in danger. And I refuse to be part of a problem, especially when I, by the grace of God, escaped it. See, most people don't get out of what I got out of. Most people are not able to get themselves out of that environment. And I've successfully done that. And I'm going to continue to do that. So if you want to support my channel, I would greatly appreciate that. Because I need all the support I can get.
You're by all of the nouns. The people, the places, the things. You didn't get out of the environment. Wah, wah, wah. Now I'm talking? Oh, the macaroni and cheese.
Because things, I told y'all.
The first time I read this, I was like, wait, like, I'm on drugs, I shouldn't be talking or something?
Y'all last month, I said, shit's
only weed.
gonna get rough in January. Y'all don't even, that ain't even the half of it. That's just the bills. That ain't even the half of it.
No, Kraft is great. I can't have that because of the wheat, but I have Annie's. Annie's gluten-free knockoff macaroni and cheese.
Oh, I wish it were. That's probably 10% of what I got going on right now. And I can't talk about half of it because, well, number one, there ain't no reason to. And number two, I can't.
She'll talk about it.
But I will eventually. All in due time. All in due time. Oh, and that headlight cost me approximately almost $460 to get fixed. So it was the gas to go to all those places to look for the parts. That was $140, almost $150, and that was over a 3-day period of time. And then the headlight was $170, and then to get it in was $160. So you do the math on that. That's why I don't have my money for tax, because every time I turn around, something else is breaking on the damn truck.
Like to do her taxes, she means?
Literally, every week. Every week. I had the money. I don't now.
Where's peanut butter and jelly? He had to have been giving her money at this time. I want to see if he remembers.
And I'm actually, you know, that is a genuine smile, because it's just ironic. There comes a point where you realize it's like, wow, I did all this hard work for nothing. You know? And it's not for nothing. It's not for nothing. It's for my future. And it's what I wanted. And I would rather be poor and happy than on drugs and rich. You know?
Her chat is filled with drug addicts. One time she announced something about a prescription. All of her chat lit it up with their scripts on what they're on. Oh.
I'd rather be poor and sober than on drugs and rich. And that's the decision I made when I got sober. I knew it might come to this. I had a feeling that it might change me, that I would want to get out of that industry and turn over a new leaf, but wanting to do that and being able to do that is damn near impossible, and I've successfully done it.
Just like the white winged dove.
I was gonna say to Walmart, I need to get something for dinner. That quesadilla didn't do it, man.
Of course it didn't. It was like barely any cheese. It just looked like a tortilla. How much you pay for that?
Quesadilla? The quesadilla didn't do it.
Stuff like damn quesadilla, Napoleon.
There's been a few times, honestly, since I started using my headphones and my earplugs, I don't hear shit anymore. Where I've been staying recently, it's quiet, so I ain't got to worry about that. It's extremely quiet. I could hear the wind last night. It was freaking me out. Y'all ever stayed somewhere where you can literally hear the wind coming like a freight train? Yo, this shit's wild. There's got to be a name for that. You can hear the wind coming through the woods before it gets to you. It is so forceful. It sounds like a freight train or an airplane flying overhead.
The fuck is she talking? I've never experienced this. I've spent many a years in forests.
That shit's wild. First of all, I was laying in bed last night and I heard it. And I was like, what is that? I was like, there's no train out here. There's no planes. And I laid there and it came and it went. And it sounds like, it does. It sounds like something that has jet force behind it coming through the woods. Okay?
What?
And I lay there and then I heard it again and I could hear it approaching. And then I could hear the leaves and stuff hitting the top of the truck. And I said, holy crap, that's the wind. That is the wind. It is so
These are just tripping?
loud. It's so strong that you can hear it coming from like yards away, a mile away. I don't know how far away. I just know that I could hear it. And it'd get there and then all the trees would move and shit was flying around everywhere. And I'm like, that is crazy. I've never experienced that before. That was really crazy. I put it into words when I'm trying to I'm stuck in Folsom's prison. Down, 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 down. You know, I was never a Johnny Cash fan, but neither was my family. I think my grandpa Lonnie was into him, but you know, he died when I was like 5 or 6 years old. He shot and killed himself. I miss my papa. He was a good guy from what I can remember, but he was an alcoholic like my dad, so maybe not.
Quakenbush?
That's the only person I knew that listened to Johnny Cash. My parents, that was before my parents' time. My parents weren't boomers. My mama was born in 69. My mom, she would be like 50, right?
Sunday, Monday isn't a bad weekend.
69, 79, 89, 99, 2009, 2029. What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
I like having Monday off because like the rest of the world is pretty much back at work, so it's more peaceful if you gotta go do stuff.
Hold on, no way.
Monday is a nice Sunday.
18, 19, hold on, 18, 28, 38. Hold on, I'm so fucking confused right now. My mom wouldn't even be 50 yet? If my mom was born in 69, I can't even see no damn comments. I'm gonna have to do some math. Give me a minute.
69.
It's because I'm driving.
Well,
I know how to do math. 69, 79, 89, 99, 2009, 2019.
Mm-hmm. That's 50.
She'd be 50. Come on, Brooke. 56? Something, y'all. Anyways, my mama would be young. My mama would be real young if she was alive. Because your 50s are still young, honey. They say you don't even start living until you hit 40. I just heard that the other day. I said, woo, don't give me something to be excited about. I'm already excited about aging, honey. So don't give me something to be excited about. You know why I'm excited about aging? Because you get to relax. At a certain age, and you can just say, I'm tired. And people,
if you have prepared for your future, if you have like someone who can provide, like, what are you talking about? How can you relax? You have no retirement. You have no one who's gonna look after you. You relax on the streets? Delusional.
people understand. But when you're in your 30s and you say, I'm tired, people look at you like you're crazy. What is that? Like, we can't be tired. And if you think about my generation, we're tired, okay? We're tired because we've been running around looking for a time machine so we can go back and buy a house in 1979 instead of now. We're tired. We're tired.
It's like it doesn't understand inflation.
From looking for a time machine so that we can go back and live during a time where we could afford to live. Seriously. 100%. No, but for real. Why is that? You get to like 45 and you can just say, oh, I'm tired. I don't feel like leaving the house. And people are very understanding to that. But when you're in your 30s or late 20s and you try to pull that shit, people are like, why are you tired? You're in the prime of your life. Why are you tired? It's like, bitch, I live out of a car. Are you joking right now? I ain't had a good night's rest in 2 years. What are you talking about? Jesus. Yeah, my bed's comfortable, but you know what's even more comfortable? An actual bed. That's not on plastic platforms sitting in the back of a damn Chevrolet. Okay? Let's be honest. Yeah, my bed is quite comfortable. Oh, what's going on here? It's a bad day to die. Don't die today. Oh, Lord, some old lady.
No, don't die ever. That's
Got the
my
EMS
advice.
at the house. Lord, keep her safe. And also, though, you get to a certain age and people stop inviting you to stuff. That's where I'm at right now. And I love it. I love it. I do.
There's no one to invite you to things. Who would be inviting you anywhere?
No, I don't want to come to your house party. No, I don't want to meet you at a festival. No, I don't want to go to damn Grassroots. No. But you start getting into your 30s and people stop inviting you to stuff like that, like concerts and shows and festivals. And I'm grateful for that part because I don't need the temptation. If I was having a bad day, I might think mushrooms might make me happy or something, and here I am out in the middle of a damn drum circle with a bunch of 20-year-olds dancing with flowers on my head like I'm 20 again, living in delusion, you know? Not good. Not good. And I done had 2 hits of that.
No, nobody's gonna be inviting her to anything like that.
2 hits of acid and a quarter bag of mushrooms. Oh, because I had a bad day. God, it's been forever since I did stuff like that. I have zero interest in any drugs, if I'm just being honest. Any. Zero. I'm grateful for that, though. Come on, Papa. Y'all, I don't know what I'm going to do if it fucking snows Saturday. That's going to put me in a whole hell of a lot worse predicament if it does. I guess I'll cross that bridge when it gets here.
Wind and wet.
So I had some pictures on that purple phone. Pictures that I'd already taken of stuff I wanted to sell. Like some Uggs and just little stuff, you know? And so I posted some pictures last night, and this morning when I woke up, some dude freaking had commented that he wanted to buy something. He had like messaged me through Facebook Marketplace or whatever. But he had texted me at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I guess I was in bed, I guess because I didn't respond, he starts going off. Do you know that there was like 14 or 15, maybe even 20 damn text messages
Show us the messages.
that he had texted me through the night getting mad that I was not responding?
I think she's just reading Reddit stories again and pretending they're her own.
Facebook
Hey, loyalty.
marketplace. And people are like, why don't you sell shit? That's easy for you to say when 15 million people haven't seen your face and don't know who you are. But I can assure you that Facebook is the bottom of the barrel, honey. And this guy had no intention
It's Breezy Briefs with Brooke. It's 3 a.m. Let's harass her.
of buying those damn red bottom high heels that he was
14 messages.
commenting on. And that he messaged me to be interested in.
It was Xavier.
It's crazy. He absolutely recognized me. And, you know, my channel is set up through my channel. It's my channel name. So, like, you know, maybe I mean, I don't know how I would, like, sell stuff and be discreet about it. I'm not, I don't go by aliases. You know what I mean?
You do. You go by John Large. So she's selling stuff on the... She has a... I can't remember what it's called. Like the Breezy... There's like a Breezy Brooke or a Briefs with Brooke Facebook page. That's what she's using.
Never have, never will. I ain't got nothing to hide. And I'm kind of glad that everything's out in the open now. Because it means I can be a lot more just open about who I am, you know? But that comes with a dangerous side when you're trying to sell property online and you got people coming from Facebook, and I didn't even meet this guy. I never even spoke to him. The messages were so erratic. So erratic. He's like, hey, I can meet you for those right now. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I think it says 3:06 on it. I never responded because I never saw it because I didn't see it till this afternoon. But it's just shit like that, and I didn't see it till this morning, but still, today. So it's just weird. It's like, damn, he was definitely trying to meet up with me, and God knows what he would have done to me. I don't know. It seems like he was on drugs or drunk or something, because the text messages had all of these misspelling, no punctuation.
Just show us the text messages.
I don't know. And you know, yeah, I might not spelling bee champion, but your girl can do some writing now. Let me tell you, as long as I got spell check, baby. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can push out some good essays, babe. Okay? Sure can.
Some good essays.
Sure can. The words are there. I just don't know how to spell them. So if the computer does that for me, we Gucci. So when I see people text me and they got all them mistypes and mispronunciations and stuff, I'm just like, listen, there is no excuse. I got a damn 5th grade education. I mean, I got a GED, but I was part of the No Child Left Behind program. Gotta love that, right?
So wait, did you go to juvie in the 5th grade? That's not right. You passed like up to the 9th grade, right? You passed middle school. I'm sure she passed middle school.
You know, yeah, I can read on a damn...
Oh, well, it got out. So this is the day. Day of court for more crimes I didn't do. Please pray for me. Should be interesting. That's what I've been waiting for here. This is a short one, though. It's under an hour.
Oh, I gotta get in my damn container because I need a cup. So I've gotta move all this stuff over. So I've had to run the car most of the night, which sucks.
Oh yeah, I forgot that she was old in 8th grade for some reason. Like she was 15 in 8th grade, according to the school picture, which is not the right age for 8th grade.
Because I've already been through, I have a tank of gas, and I'm back on E. So, you know, this is why I stay in the southern states when it's cold like this, because you'll probably spend an extra $200 to $300 a week on gas. When it gets below freezing, you have to run the vehicle unless you have a sleeping bag that can go below 0, because it feels like 9 degrees outside. So when it's that cold, when we're talking about, 11 degrees, 15 degrees, 17 degrees, I have to run the truck. And I have on 2 pairs of socks, and one of them's coming off. I guess I slept them off crazy. I'm looking for a cup so I can make protein, and my hair is getting on my nerves already. Oh.
Our Washington wig.
And I should probably put those damn cups in the door. Shit. Oh my God. I am struggling so goddamn bad. It's too fucking early, okay? This is killing my fucking shoulder. No wonder I've always got shit pulled. Oh. You can't get in here from the top. God. Listen, if I don't have nothing if I don't have my caffeine and I have to do all this shit, it is gonna send me over the edge because it's bullshit. They got coffee in a fucking can nowadays, for God's sakes. Why didn't I just grab one of those? I ain't got time for all this shit this morning. I should have just fucking grabbed a drink last night instead of waking up to do this shit myself. It's one of those things where I should have just bought something so I wouldn't have to struggle. God, my shoulder hurts so bad right now. It's the same shoulder that's been hurting. That's what it's coming from, moving this mattress and crawling into those black containers that are storage compartments. It was messed up for about
Crawling into the black containers.
3 months last year. I couldn't even work out.
The totes? She can't crawl into those. Not small enough to crawl into those. I smell weed. I want to smoke weed now. When is she gonna get into the court stuff? Soon, but I want to smoke real quick while she's doing this so I don't miss anything good. And I'll be right back in the house.
When it's cold like this, I don't want to be on live, It's not the same as when I'm in Florida. Like, there's so much going on down there, and like the weather is nice, and like, we're on private beaches. Here, I'm parked next to people. So like, it's a lot different. The parks here suck because nobody appreciates them. So they don't invest in them. Florida, it's nice down there. The parks and rec are very taken care of. They you go into a park and they have gym equipment in most parks down in Florida. Outdoor workout equipment, skate parks, a little bit of everything. North Carolina is not like that. Okay. Let this cap go. I'm about to move that camera in a minute. It always amazes me how many people are so impatient. It really goes to show, like, instant gratification is becoming front and center in society, and that's why it's failing. If you can't wait for me to get my lighting right, then please don't come back. You know what I mean? Sometimes when my phone gets spotty, it'll go from like 100 people in there to like next to nothing because my phone got spotty. You can't wait 2 seconds for my phone not to be spotty? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know, but I'm also old school. I'll sit down and watch a 3-hour documentary. So I'm different, okay? I don't need a 1-minute short, but I realized last night that that's where you make your money, is off of 1-minute shorts. You don't make your money off of lives. You don't make your money off of longer content. You make it off of fucking shorts. How? And then I sink into, oh, wow, I'm part of the problem now. You know? I don't know. Am I part of the problem if I'm gearing in the right direction, if I'm talking about the things that need to be talked about, if I'm talking about serious things that are a real concern to the world? Am I part of the problem, or am I helping in that issue, you know? I just feel like people want to be simple-minded, and that breaks my heart for society. You know, they want to be simple-minded. They don't want to care. You know, people don't even want to do their jobs. You know, people don't even want to, like, give the bare minimum in relationships anymore. So is it a surprise that they don't care? Probably not. Probably not. So I'm not really nervous this morning. The reason I'm not nervous is because I'm well aware of what the court system is. I've dealt with this since I was a child. The first time I was ever pulled into a courtroom was in middle school. I do believe I was 12 years old. I was charged with assault. I had took matters into my own hands and beat up my bully. And so the next time I would be in court would be 14. I busted a boy's head open for bullying my brother. The next time I would be in court would be 18, when I got in this fight with these two girls that were bullying my best friend. We see a theme here. Yeah, I know. You know, and there came a point when I got out of prison over 10 years ago that I realized that if I spent my whole life in fist fights trying to change the world, I would literally spend my whole life in prison. And so it was after I got out of prison that I realized that violence was not the answer, and I've not been in a fist fight in almost 20 years. And I'm proud of myself for that. I'm really proud of myself for walking away. I don't deserve to go to jail.
Bro, the theme is she's crazy. She has anger and violence problems.
It's because I have a big fucking mouth. And if you think that, you need to literally burn in hell.
Burn in hell. Wow.
Burn, baby, and you will. And you will. It's just a matter of time.
So it's been in court lots.
See, why am I the problem? Because I stand up for myself. Why am I the problem? Oh, because I'm pretty and white. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's
also, she
why.
failed to
because
mention the stabbing.
Because
like,
I have backbone. Because
she made the stabbing. She got her age wrong in the stabbing, and then she also said that it was just like a fight. Just a fight.
Refuse to roll over and take it. That's why it's problematic. And you're going to have problems in your life if you go against the grain. If you have any ounce of courage in you, you are going to face problems in life. If you are not complicit in the evil around you, you're going to face problems. If you refuse to do drugs with people at a Planet Fitness and date one of the guys, you're going to have problems. Doing good things in this world, being a good person, telling people to go fuck themselves when they've done you wrong,
she's so fucking delusional, man.
It's going to cause you problems in life. But if you don't take up for yourself, you will have a life of misery with people using and abusing and walking all over you. It is up to you to protect yourself. And in order to do that, you have to align yourself with good people. And this is one of the reasons that I choose not to be around a lot of people, because there's not many good people left in the world. And I'm sorry if that offends
Brooke is not the victim in this situation.
people. I'm not sorry if that offends people. If that offends people, then how about work on yourself and stop being a sack of shit? If it offends you, then that means that something that I'm saying is correct. You're taking offense to it. You're getting offensive. You know, once again, I'm saying
No, people just get sick of listening to bullshit.
this because over half of the people that follow me to watch me fail. They don't follow me to support me, which is sad. But, you know, that's the world that I grew up in. You know, that's the world that I grew up in. I remember going to school and asking questions in school, trying to get help with math, and the teachers blowing me off and telling me to shut up when it was their job to teach me math. They did it intentionally. And it's happened like this my entire life. Every time I turn around, I have a problem.
Because, I don't know. I can see Brooke being the kind of student that would just cause disruptions while they're teaching the lesson and not knowing anything. And then when she has to do the work, it's like, oh, how do I do this? It's like, fuck off, Brooke. You know, when you were bothering everyone, that's when you should have been learning. Which is bad, but I don't know. I wasn't there.
Problem because I stood up for myself. I don't care if I said in the middle of the gym that Planet Fitness was nothing but a bunch of groomers and pedophiles.
You did say that.
I don't care if I said that. I have the legal right to say whatever I want, wherever I want. It's called freedom of speech.
Yeah, but we already learned about disorderly conduct. And you were throwing stuff.
And where was the lie when I was talking about the gym equipment? There wasn't one. Real gym.
It had nothing to do with the gym equipment.
Bros like myself know that Planet Fitness is not a real gym. I did not know that at the time, and I fucked around and I found out. Thank you, Lenny. Thank you. Hey, Dorothy. Yeah, I fucked around and found out. And, you know, it put a target on my back that I was happy in my circumstance. You know, when this girl come up to me that worked at Planet Fitness and asked me if I was a van lifer, she already knew.
Okay. Brooke thinks that these women are watching her YouTube channel or something and seeing her talk about the gym equipment, and that's why they're mad. But really, they just see a homeless lady coming into the gym stealing the Wi-Fi because they were even talking about the Wi-Fi before this incident happened. And then just filming herself in the live stream, not even working out. She's just like yelling at people, going off about socks. She lost her socks that day. She said the world ate her socks. So they went and they were like, you can't film in here. You gotta just work out. This is a gym. This isn't your fucking YouTube channel office.
Y'all.
And she flipped out. Oh, and she had already filmed another employee and called him a pervert. So, that's not cool.
They knew I live out of my car. And waving and being nice to people.
Being
Like coming in
tech-boxed.
there and living my best life. You know, it was problematic.
Come on.
Come petty when they don't get their way. Or when they know that you're not the fucking one. Dang, how am I supposed to do my schoolwork? How am I supposed to do my schoolwork when I can't even get cell service? You know, I'm really hurt by the fact that I haven't been able to tell my side of the story. Not once. I have not been able to tell my side of the story.
She really hates that. She really hates not being able to manipulate the situation.
I haven't even been able to write my statement. Good morning, Salvador.
Everything's on video.
Haven't even been able to write what happened.
They don't need to know. We can see it was on video.
I have not been interviewed by law enforcement. They never even talk to me. They just come and lock me up on false allegations. On false allegations.
Imagine someone goes in somewhere and just like, I don't know, hit someone outside of the head. And then they walk away. It's like, we're going to arrest you. You're not supposed to be hitting people. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? You didn't even get my side of the story. So we don't need your side. We were there. We saw it. Everyone saw it. It's also on video.
You know, and thank you, Dawn. You know, last time they were talking about mediating it, I refused to do that because of principle. Because I don't deserve that.
Brooke just wants to say her conspiracy theory. Have it on the record or something. They're not going to go for it. They're like the Carpinos. fucking, what was the other thing? The Carpinos and, oh, they don't want to be your best friend. They're doing drugs.
The staff of a company attacked me, followed me around the gym, antagonized me, spit on me 3 or 4 times.
No, they didn't. She would have definitely mentioned it. She would have definitely mentioned getting spitted on. She didn't. She went over to McDonald's and then looked up a whole bunch of stories and actually read us the policy. Okay, it contradicted her whole basis she's standing on here.
2 days later, I go to jail. I get woke up. I'm like, what is going on? It's the cops. And they're like, get out of the car. And I'm like, why? And I'm like, unless you got a warrant, I'm not getting out of the car. Because this is crazy. Why are you here? You need to tell me why you're here. It's 12:30 at night. I was in the bed. And he's like, well, we do have a warrant. And I'm like, what is this shit for? I ain't had a warrant in 10 years. 2018, sorry, so almost 10 years. I'm proud of myself. Do you know how hard that is when you have a criminal record? Because they stalk you. They fuck with you. They're looking for a problem. Every time you drive down the road, you get a cop behind you, they're looking for a problem. Because you have priors. It doesn't matter if it's been 10 years. They're still on you. It's pathetic. I don't have those problems in Florida, and that's why I live there now. So...
What's your address in Florida?
The cops wake me up. They pull me out the car, and he tells me that he has a warrant for simple assault and communicating threats, which is hilarious because in the video I have, the manager of Planet Fitness tells me to step outside so she can whoop my ass.
No. She said, let's go outside. She's doing her cross-eyed things a lot lately.
So, you know, and regardless...
A new thing of hers, hold on. The stupid shit.
So, you know, and regardless, saying, I wish I could whoop your ass and not go to jail is freedom of speech. That is not even a threat. That's saying, I wish that I could take you up on your offer since you want to fight, because she said,
Threats aren't covered in freedom of speech.
She said, step outside and I'll whoop your ass.
Do we have to play the fucking thing? Just to see, just to show you guys.
That's me stating, I wish that I could without going to jail. And that's what I said. I said, I wish I could whoop your ass without going to jail. Like, you know, it's just crazy. They didn't call me. They didn't ask me what happened. They never even took my statement. When I told my lawyer...
Where is the Planet Fitness incident?
I told my lawyer, I said, I'm actually the victim in this case. And he's like, well, have you went and filed a report? What are you talking about? I can just walk into the police station and say, hey, back in October, this lady attacked me.
You should have probably reported it at the time of it happening. You fucking goofball. Hold on. We are going... The Planet Fitness incident. Why don't I have it in thing? Who knows? Nobody knows. View on YouTube, though.
Just like the...
Pause. Pull this up this way. Go bibbity bobbity boop.
Planet Fitness incident. Most people that's been through what I've been through with that Planet Fitness incident would have lost their mind and rolled up and done something.
You know, a lot of people ask me in life, Steve, what's with this Planet Fitness incident? So here it is in less than 3 minutes. Link to a full video in the description below of a breakdown of the whole day on that fateful day. Trigger warning, Brooke is scary.
Yeah. I'm actually not allowed to record in the women's bathroom. I'm allowed to record out here.
Yeah, she was recording in the women's
Let's see
bathroom.
if my phone will hook up to the Wi-Fi here.
So when did they start this rule? I've already been treated like shit by all of your staff anyways.
We also have a video out there of one of our staff members.
The man cleaning the bathroom? It's all lies. I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have anything to say.
Yeah, the man cleaning the bathroom? Nah, I didn't record that. You're just crazy.
Hey, do you get out of my face before I go to jail?
No video recording or photos other than gym members is permitted without their prior consent. So you have to have all of that. And it says
I don't have to have anything. Get out of my face. Get out of my face.
I'm gonna walk you out.
Yeah, I don't walk me in.
I don't think, like, she could have... She's not talking at a level... I don't know, the other name I think is Treasure. I don't think she's speaking at a level where she could have unintentionally spit either. Like, Brooke is screaming. She's just like, this is the thing.
Where, bitch? I don't need shit from you, bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up before I go to jail for busting. Go ahead and leave right now, Brooke. I'm not gonna take this. I'm not gonna take this. What? The grooming of fucking children? The grooming Let's go, bitch. Let's go. Let's lock this shit in the car and whoop this bitch's ass. Come on, bitch. You're banned. Come on, bitch. Come on,
She's like, you're banned.
bitch. Yeah, Ying. Call him. Call. You're the one that said you wanted to whoop my ass. Come on. I don't give a fuck how I look. I'm the only sane person in this town. Look at them teeth. Look at them teeth. There you go. That fucking meth face.
3 days later.
Cops show up. They woke me up. He says, I have a warrant for your arrest. I said, for what? He says, communicating threats. I'm gonna lose fucking everything over something that I didn't even fucking do. Let's lock this shit in the car and whoop this bitch's ass.
Sure, Jan.
They said all of a sudden I have a fucking warrant for communicating threats. Fucking Planet Fitness.
Do you have anything in your
No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't have. You just saw I had to put on fucking underwear, sir.
I was trying to give you privacy.
God, please.
Well, I have to check you anyway.
Don't tell me he has to handcuff me.
Yes, ma'am. It's a court to our policy, okay?
I'm gonna put this in a bag, okay? And you can go ahead and cut it off for me.
Just like the Planet Fitness incident.
So that's the Planet Fitness incident that Brooke is telling us where she was the victim. I don't think she was the victim. She didn't seem like the victim to me.
Communicated threats, threatened to whoop my ass, and then spit on all over me. Like, it doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. I don't know, man. I don't
That's
know.
what girl
You know,
says.
it was crazy. I was in there working out, and these people, every time I would be in there, they would just literally follow me around the gym visually, you know. So I knew that eyes were on me, but I didn't know that eyes were on me like this, that my presence literally upset people because I walk around so fucking giddy, happy in my own fucking world. But I'm here to tell you, it pisses people off. It does. And we have got to get to a place where people love themselves more, so then they're not taking their insecurities out on homeless people out here. I did not deserve this. Did I handle the situation 100% correct? No.
Hey, there's a little bit of accountability. She said she was completely innocent and 100% in her right before.
But I think that
I mean, she is kind of smirking it.
anyone who's been through maybe 10% of what I've been through would have whooped her ass. Anyone that has been through 10% of my life would have mopped her all over that Planet Fitness.
Nah, she wasn't being that unreasonable. You could have just stopped the live stream and worked out if you really wanted to work out. I think you just wanted to be a goofball.
Most people don't understand what CPTSD is, but that interaction is the type of interaction where someone with CPTSD murders someone. It happens every day. It is a miracle that I had enough composure to get out of there finally, and I did. You know, I did the right thing. I walked away. I didn't harm anybody. You know, this is
she reading off of a thing that she prepared?
Cost me so much money. Once again, I'm not willing to mediate. The only thing that I'm willing to do is accept an apology and a...
Well, I mean, you did. They were dismissed eventually, but, I mean, you didn't get anything out of it. They didn't. I don't think they apologized to her.
dismissal. Because that is what I deserve. That is what I deserve. Anyone that says otherwise, you're gonna burn in hell because that makes you evil.
Gonna burn in hell, you guys.
It does. It makes you evil. Oh, you want me to go to jail or something because you just don't like my big mouth? You don't agree with what I say, so I deserve to go to jail because I got a big mouth? That makes you evil. Just to be clear. You know, I'm so sick.
I mean, if it's threats, she didn't go. She did. She went to jail for like a week. But just don't threaten people. You obviously didn't learn your lesson.
Of the mitigating circumstances in life. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Good is good and evil is evil. And we're going to focus on this year because I'm here to tell you, if you'll lie on somebody in a courtroom, you are most definitely a threat to society and a danger to the community that you work in. If you will lie in court documents and say that I spit on you and lie to an officer, you need to be in a mental hospital because I could never, and I'm the one that's mentally unstable, right?
I don't know. What do you guys think? Did Brooke spit on her?
I have never lied on somebody in open court. I've never lied on somebody like that in general. Do you know what type of person can even do that? That's what I want to focus on this year, character. Because I noticed that I post clips of stuff and y'all out here like confused. Y'all confused. Y'all want to be, I guess y'all want to do bad. So y'all make excuses for other people's behavior in little clips that I post. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute, that's evil. That's wrong. If he'll...
What is he? Oh, are we gonna talk about the wedding thing again? I was defending I read llama down here, the wedding thing yesterday.
R-word a child.
Oh, wait, no, I would never defend that. What the fuck? I don't think anybody's defending that. Who?
You don't think he's evil?
Of course he's evil. Who are we even talking about?
I'm so confused at why people are confused at what's good and what's bad in it.
I thought it was gonna be the stupid wedding thing. Where it's like, I want to slap that ass every day.
Anymore.
Stash
So maybe we need to highlight that this year. Maybe I genuinely need to show people what a good character is and what virtue is, because I feel like the lines in society have gotten blurred.
Well, she did a terrible job. She ended back in jail and threatened a bunch of kids.
I feel like people are okay with evil when they're complicit in it, you know, but, you know, let me give you a great example. It's okay for Karen to go out every weekend down to a winery and drink her damn box wine, but on Monday, when she sees her coworker smoking marijuana before she comes in the building, she thinks that her coworker is on hard drugs and wants to talk shit about her coworker, even though she's doing the exact same thing every weekend. Evil is evil. And I'm not saying marijuana's bad, but alcohol definitely is. And everybody's a sinner. But what I'm saying is the lines of reality have gotten blurred as to what's good and what's bad. And that's really, it's scary. It really is, especially in situations like this where you could lose everything. And I did. I almost lost everything. I had spent thousands of dollars to get out of jail. Money I did not have. Money I still owe. You know, if you even have it in
She's not gonna pay back Randy. She didn't really have to worry about that.
you that you could lie on somebody to a cop, that makes you a horrible person because of that characteristic within you. Now, that's something you can change, but most people never do. They actually dig their toes in and become more bitter and methodical more than ever, you know?
Mischievous.
You know, this is not my first rodeo. This is not the first girl that's pulled me in court and said that I hit her. It's probably the 10th. You know, this is sad because this is what happens when you become a felon. People can just call the law and say that you did something.
Well, she didn't say that you hit her.
And you go to jail for nothing. Even though there's 2 different videos to support your story. And
I want to see the other video. This face. I want to see the video, the surveillance one. That'd be fun.
assuming that's why they wanted to mitigate this.
We could sync them.
But I'm not going for that. I will not accept a charge lessened. Like, I don't deserve this. I shouldn't be going through this. As a matter of fact, given the fact that I'm homeless and I use Planet Fitness as my gym, it's not rocket science. You can look at those girls and tell that they're not good people. You can look at those girls and tell that both of them are on drugs. I still can't believe that I'm even having to go through this. I can't. It's unbelievable. Once again, I did not handle the situation the best, but cussing someone out does not warrant this. It does not warrant this. This is why this is so important, because this is about freedom of speech. This is about freedom of speech. This is about left-haired loonies, lunatics, ganging up on little Republican white girls at the gym. You know, both of them. That is a very liberal area, and I did not know that. But yes, Eden, North Carolina is in fact a liberal area. So, you know, that played a huge part when it comes to my content and what I talk about. That's going to put an X on my back in communities like that. People are going to be, you know, trying to start problems with me, trying to get a reaction out of me because they're liberals and I'm on the right side because I walk with the Lord. Okay, so that's going to put an X on your back anyway.
I walk with the Lord. I don't think the Lord would appreciate Brooke.
And these two women, very clearly, you know, there was sexual escapades in the gym with employees and stuff like that, drug use going on. So, you know, it's not like they are going to church every Sunday and they're able to pass a drug test and
You don't go to church ever.
they're focused on raising their
When was the last? Take a drug test. Let's do it. Take a drug test, bro.
children. That's the sad part. That's the sad part. One of these women have children. The one that was high in front of me at Planet Fitness. You know, and it's like, how do people like that have custody of their children? I was never high with my kids.
Because they didn't break their kid's arm?
It's like that. Specifically my daughter, who I had custody of, sole custody. So I was never high with my daughter like that. Ever.
That's a lie, too.
Ever. I wasn't even on drugs when I had my daughter. So it's just, I don't understand how people like that can have kids, can work at Planet Fitness. 13-year-old son. This woman works at Planet Fitness, and she come up to me asking me why I lived out of my car. Telling me that I need a house when she was falling asleep high on pain pills in front of me. And then I asked her, I said, do you have kids? That was my first fucking question. Since we're asking questions, do you have kids? Yeah, I got a 13-year-old son.
I just thought of someone, but I won't say who. Hooty hoo.
You know, when you've lived on that side of the fence for as long as I have, you know exactly what's going on in these family situations from the outside. It's not rocket science.
Where's Tinkerbell?
Bitch ain't even got a license. Bitch ain't even got a car. Her husband has to take her back and forth to work every day. North Carolina is one of the cheapest areas to have a car. Let me be clear. You can get a car for like $500 here. You know, it's very clear to me that she worked solely to support her drug habit and that her son comes secondary. And I know this because she doesn't even care enough to save up the money to get a car or a valid driver's license. It makes me sick that people like that can have kids. And then...
Yeah, assuming the lady is on drugs is the same thing. Brooke complains about other people assuming that she's on drugs. Yeah. It's the double standards. It's crazy. It's crazy cupcakes.
And despite the fact I mind my business, I go back to living my life. I'm like, you know, that ain't my business. Yeah, that's fucked up. Just like the meth heads with the children in the gas station down in Florida. I saw that.
Sluggos, girl.
Okay. It ain't my business. You know, I go back to living my life. I mind my business. But these people just had to nitpick. They had to come find a reason that I was breaking gym rules. And
You're breaking the rules.
that's another thing.
The rules.
The whole premises of the manager coming up to me was that I was not allowed to film myself in the gym. And
Film others. It could happen. So you have to get permission.
she had a piece of paperwork. That's why she was following me around, to hover over me, to read this paperwork to me that was a blatant lie. Policy on...
What do you mean the paperwork was a lie? They just printed off a fake paperwork?
line states that you can, in fact, film yourself inside Planet Fitness. You are not allowed to film yourself in the locker room. First of all, I did say that I made mistakes, okay? I made mistakes. Listen, first of all, that there was nobody in that gym.
Yeah, well, remember your little stripping video in the shower? You filmed everywhere. Literally anywhere and everywhere in that Planet Fitness you possibly could. On the gym floor, in the bathroom, in the the locker room, in the shower, in the tanning booth. The only thing I can think of is the janitor's closet. We haven't seen the inside of the janitor's closet. But you've been everywhere else.
Yeah, like females. So when I was in there
Like wherever the electrical room is.
by myself, y'all know, I'm gonna film myself, okay? So there's nobody in there. So anyways, I shouldn't have done that, and I realize that now. But at least I can fucking say that. Do you think these bitches are gonna be able to say, oh yeah, we probably shouldn't have threatened her and spit on her? Absolutely not. Those are not the type of people we're dealing with. You know, there's two types of people in life. There's people that go through what I went through and they step back and they say, whoa, what did I do wrong? And what have I said for 2 days? I need to have more control of my emotions. I need to realize that people are gonna be coming after me for the simple fact that I have a YouTube channel. What? For the simple fact that I talk about right-wing policies.
This is the takeaway from you acting out of pocket? Just be a normal human being. It's nothing to do with YouTube.
You know?
They thought you posted on TikTok. Just don't take video of people at their jobs when they're not doing anything wrong and label them perverts. That's my advice of the day, guys.
So, I made poor decisions. But one thing is a fact. Her whole grounds to start this altercation was a lie. I can, in fact, film myself in Planet Fitness. It states online. We've already been over this 1,000 times. If you don't believe me, go Google it. So, you know, her whole...
Well, we listened to you read the policy that said they could revoke it anytime.
...premises for coming to harass me was a blatant lie.
And Brooke knew the rules beforehand, too. There's video of her going into the gym and being like, I'm not supposed to film in here, but we're just gonna pretend like we're not.
When she told me, when I refused to stop filming, because at this point I feel threatened. Why are you coming at me like this?
Why are you yelling?
And you can see in the surveillance footage that I'm calm, cool, and collected, just like you can in my video. I actually have a smile on my face. I'm confused. I'm like, why are you coming at me like this? Like, I know you've been watching me and you feel some type of way about my existence, but why today? Why today?
Because of Carpinos.
Because she hates herself and she's miserable and she's strung out on that methadone, baby. Hey, girl, you can get off of it if you want. Hey, look, I would have been the perfect one to help you with that. I've been on methadone several times. I just come off Suboxone 3 months ago. I would have been the perfect one to help you get your life in order, girl. And you shit on me. You shit on me because you're not happy with you. And I'm telling you, people, you've got to raise your daughters to do better. You know, you got to raise your daughters with serious conversation. Women don't gear other women in the right direction anymore.
I wonder what Brooke's conversations with her daughter was.
I don't think they ever have, if I'm being honest. We look back damn 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago, women were just as bad to other women as they are today. And that shit has got to stop. Like, we need to gear each other in the right direction. Like, this is crazy. Crazy, crazy. I feel bad that are, you know, for people that are struggling out here. But I'm literally fucking homeless.
Stop yelling.
You get it?
No, I don't get it.
I am too. Have been for 2 years. Like, I get so sick of it. Like, bitch, but are you homeless? Do you have $7 to your name? Like,
I forgot this yelling at her audience. Are you homeless thing? I mean, being like, we should go be homeless for a day. No, I never did that. It turned into wintertime.
Do you have a quarter tank of gas and no family? Like, I'm so sick of it. Like, because you have drug problems, your drug problem shouldn't interfere with my life. What happened? I should have never went to jail. I never did anything wrong. Cussing someone out is not grounds to be thrown in jail for lies. You know, and I, you know, for the longest time, I regretted not whooping her ass because I went to jail for something I didn't do. It's like, I should have just mollywopped that bitch all over that gym. You know, but here's the thing. That scares me. Part of the reason that I made a commitment to myself to no longer be violent was because I
can't even remember why.
I'm scared I'm gonna kill somebody. It's my biggest fear. Because when I get angry,
Someone mess up her makeup.
when I get angry sometimes, and I'm in a physical altercation, I black out. And, you know, I've been in some pretty volatile fights in my life, And I know that violence is not the answer, and I'm so proud of myself for walking away that day, because I'm telling you right now, 10 years ago, they would have been carrying her out on a gurney. And that scares me. It scares me.
She convinced you?
It scares me. You know, and that's the thing. It's like you wanna refrain from being angry. You wanna refrain from whooping anybody's ass. And I'm here to tell you that once people know that you got hands, it makes them come after you for some reason. It makes them come and like try to poke the bear and like play games and fucking. Y'all know that I was being stalked by people in Eden, North Carolina. I didn't have a good night's rest for like 6 months, because every time that I would try to go to bed, people would show up slamming their cars and stuff, revving their mufflers and stuff.
Or it's just like an active nighttime place, I don't know.
I now realize, because I have a list of names and license plates, I now realize it was a group effort. It's people off of Facebook that
The FBI? The FBI's been getting back to her.
saw me, recognized me, and then was watching my content and coming to harass me as soon as I would get off of live. Do you know the level of evil? Does nobody
Burning
understand
donuts.
how evil that is? The intent to fuck with somebody who is at their lowest of lows, who has never harmed anyone unless they were
Popping donuts, burning wheelies.
provoked by that person. I want to be clear. Yeah, I've been in some fights, but I've never started a fight. I've never, ever started a fight. I've finished them. I've taken up for people that were getting bullied.
That's you starting a fight. The fight, whatever other fight they had nothing to do with, is over, and then you come over, your fucking Bert-looking ass, and knock this kid's brain into a coma.
My best friend that was deaf in middle school, me, myself, because
The best friend who was deaf? I thought that was a girl.
I was poor, I got bullied. You know, well, they would try to bully me. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. They started to try to bully me in preschool. That's when I started.
Who? The other kids or the teachers in preschool? In preschool.
To take up for myself. That's when my mother started getting phone calls. By first grade, I was in fights because they started, you know, kids. I look back at that age and I'm like, you know, the teachers absolutely set me up. At any point, they.
The teachers in preschool. Jesus Christ. The new phone's making you spell things all crazy. I won't highlight it then. Betty Davis says people don't like it when I highlight their spelling errors.
Could have told other students to simply leave me alone, but the teachers never did that. And this is what I talk about when I say that I had teachers, social workers, and my own family from the very start that geared me in the wrong direction. Ask yourself why a teacher would allow a student to get bullied with the intent, knowing that that student is going to act out and whoop that other student's ass.
Why does she have an accent there?
Why wouldn't you prevent that situation from going down? Why would you allow little baby Brooke to get bullied? Oh, that's right, because you want a problem. You
Little baby Fight Club Brooke with a cyborg baby Heather.
want her to go smack that little boy that was bullying her.
Hey, Courtney.
And then you want to go call her mama and get her mama out here and then get her suspended. And that was my childhood. That was my childhood. When adults should have stepped in and protected me, they turned their backs on me. And now here I am, an adult, looking for more adults in society. And they're hard to find. They're hard to find. Sometimes I feel...
Based off your behavior, it sounds like you're just tattling on everyone for nothing. Like, think about the last season right before she went to jail. She was calling the cops on some guy. She didn't even know it Dylan or not. It wasn't, by the way. Turning down the street from her and a guy going fishing. Like, she was calling the cops for shit like that. So if she was, like, telling the teachers about shit that had nothing to do with anything, then when something actually happened, I can see why they maybe be like, okay, Brooke, sure. Because everything else is bullshit, you know?
so lonely. Because
this is right before she went into court, Courtney.
I feel so lonely because virtue is lost in society. The world is in shambles. People are evil. People are self-motivated. And it's disheartening because it's like, Am I the only one with this in me? Am I the only one built like this inside? I don't think I am, but I do think that we're few, far, and in between. When I say that I want to live my life in a biblical form, I mean it. Completely by his word.
Yeah, kids are going to get in disagreements as well. The teacher can't be interfering in every little thing, and Brooke always resorts to physical violence. So it doesn't really, like, you gotta get over it sometimes. You know what I mean? We gotta pick our battles here.
You know,
When someone hits you first, that's a completely different thing, but I don't know any story where Brooke has been hit first. She's always doing she's going after people she says that have hurt her friends. That's always been the story.
and then I get on here and I say the F word and people are like, oh, you're not a Christian. Shut the fuck up, Kathy. I'm homeless. You don't know how you would feel if you hadn't had food, if you hadn't had a shower, if you hadn't had sleep. So please, kick rocks. The fact that I didn't murder that girl at the gym is progress in my book, baby. And you know, people never give me credit where credit is fucking due. Very few and far in between. Very few, far and in between.
Imagine being murdered because you asked someone to leave the gym.
You know, it's really sad to see how 220,000 people watched that altercation and everybody turned on me like I did something wrong.
Yeah, that should, like, be reality hitting you in the ass. 200,000 people think you're in the wrong, and you're still like, nope. How delusional do you need to be?
Isn't that sad? That really shows you why, number one, we don't need to give children cell phones. It's not good for them. But also, to have actual video footage of what went down and to have it spun on me because I'm prettier than her. That's absolutely why it happened. If I looked as bad as she did, then maybe some people would have had my back.
It's all because she's too pretty again.
And I'm not saying it's all about looks. Y'all know I don't put no weight in my looks. I'm observing this from a scientific, analytic point, okay? I'm coming at this as, like, data. So let me get this right. Never mind. Yeah, you know, it's crazy. And then to know that these girls are on drugs and everybody be able to see it, and I'm not on drugs, and everybody be able to see that, it's just, it's crazy. It shows you how we live in the ass backwards. It shows you how...
We're busting out this saying again, living in the ass backwards. That's not a saying, Brooke.
How we live in the ass backwards. It shows you how we live in the ass backwards. And this is what I've been going through for 4 years now. I mean, it just seems like every time I turn around, it's like, how is this, how am I sober and I go to jail when I got spit on and assaulted and threatened by the manager of Planet Fitness? How do I go to jail sober and then I walk into court and these two bitches high as hell on the first day of court, one of which was high in front of me in Planet Fitness? How? I'm just so confused at, like, why the world is set up like this. And y'all seen them. Y'all seen them. Yeah, I know. And, you know, I probably said a lot of things out of anger, but that's my way of processing so that I don't kill people, okay? And I'm allowed to do that. It's called freedom of speech, remember? See, that's the problem. We've gotten to a point in society where people get so offended they want to take some kind of legal action. I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy. That is crazy. Want to have me locked up and have my car taken? See, that was their goal. Their goal was to have my car taken, to get me thrown in jail and have all of my personal property taken. And it almost worked. It almost worked. It almost worked. And it's just scary to think that someone can call the cops, make false allegations, that completely contradict 2 different videos, by the way, and have you arrested 2 days later, and I could have lost my truck. I could have lost everything. I don't have family. I don't have anyone to call. I have no one. No one. And if it was not for the bondsman that worked with me, I would still be in there. And I still owe her money. It's a miracle she has not locked me up, and I'm so grateful for her. Like, seriously, good people do exist. Good people do exist, and she's one of them.
Look, Randy paid the bill. She owes money to Randy.
Because she could have done locked me up. Good people do exist, and she's one of them, my bondsman. And I don't know her from Adams. I had never met her before today, when I met her in October, and she immediately come and got me out. And thank you, Michael.
It's her job.
Appreciate that. She immediately come and got me out, and I told her exactly the situation. I said, yeah, I sued the Carpinos. I said, and I'm not saying that they had anything to do with this. I said, but I do know that the sheriff's department has been wanting to get me out of Eden for about a year now. I said, the sheriff's department has not wanted me here. I said, me and the sheriff's department have had several run-ins. I said, they've been wanting to get me out of here. I said, this small town bullshit, you know? Once they get a taste of you, your blood, they're just gonna come for your throat, man, and they're never gonna leave you alone. I don't care if it's been 20 years since you've had a criminal charge, they're still
Is that bombastic side? Bombastic side, did you see this one?
gonna be coming at you. And it sucks, it really does, and I think that I've gotten better at handling it, but at this point in time where I was arrested for crimes that I did not commit and spit on 3 or 4 times, I just look back and I don't know how I held it together. I really don't. I don't know how I didn't hurt both of them. I don't know how I did not hurt both of them that day. And I'm so proud of myself, and I'm so proud of myself. And y'all just have no clue.
She's going to court for Planet Fitness incident. It's like gonna get continued, I assume, because it just kept getting continued. But this is like her little performance before going into court.
Who I used to be. You would think that the criminal record would speak for itself, but unfortunately it does not. So anyways, I gotta go. Thank you again to Michael. I just want y'all to know that this is about freedom of speech. I'm allowed to say whatever I want. So that's what this is about for me. That and lying. Really. That and lying. You know, these women are blatantly lying. They're bold-faced lying to judges, to DAs, to lawyers. They're lying.
Can't threaten people, Brooke.
I never spit on anybody. You have my Scout's honor. I would never behave that way. I know how it sounds. I know how it looks. But I can assure you, I did not spit on anybody, and I never would. That's not even how I operate.
Practicing.
I operate with these.
She practicing for court.
I got 2 mics you can talk into. Talk into my other mic. Because I'm old school, baby. I don't do that hair pulling shit. I ain't never in my life pulled a bitch's hair. Never. Never spit on somebody. I'm old school. You don't understand. Like, I was raised in a family that was taught to fight. Boxing, kickboxing, taekwondo. Okay? We don't play those games. We don't play those games. We don't spit, we don't pull hair, and we don't put our hands on other people until they have put their hands on us first. We don't start fights, we finish them. I love you guys. Lisa, thank you. Thank you, Kat. Yep, and that's what my lawyer said, Kat. Thank you for bringing that up before I go. My lawyer said, wait a second, you're so calm, cool, and collected. I said, yeah, I know. He said, they're trying to make it sound like you were in there just tearing shit up. I said, no.
She was kind of just throwing stuff.
Not this girl. I'm actually a peacekeeper, if you'll let me. If you'll let me, I'd love to keep the peace. But, you know, if you want to cause a problem now, I can finish the problem. But, and see, that's the problem. Most is like, no, you need to lose that. You need to stop acting like that. Absolutely not. You need to gain that. That's what happened to this country. That's what happened to this country.
What?
You need to gain that. It's called a backbone. It's called spirit. It's called self-respect. I love you guys. We'll talk this afternoon. I have some good stuff coming this afternoon. We're going to talk about Anthony Scully. He was a murderer. He was a serial killer cop. So we're going to talk about him at 2 if I can get out of court, but I also have to go by school. So we'll see what time. It might be later in the afternoon. But thank y'all for praying for me. And I got to go because I'm going to be running late if I keep running my mouth. I'm going to be late for court. So I love you guys, and thank you for the support, the people that actually support me. But I have been noticing some things in the past couple of weeks. But I love you guys, and please be safe.
Like donations.
Oh, my glasses aren't.
Okay, when is this one from? No, that's what she means by jam. Listen to music. Listen to copyright music. I don't know what that.
Here we go with this bullshit. I'm about to roll up at Planet Fitness. I'm about to roll up at Boost Mobile and be like, what the hell, y'all? So pretty out. So I'm going to get food. I just got out of court.
How was court?
I'm fighting the urge to buy coffee instead, but I need to eat first. Oh my God, the traffic. What is today? It's Thursday, jeez. I think it was a Friday at 5. Ooh.
That's the quarter tire, honey.
When I get my food, we'll talk about court. I'm decompressing. I'm decompressing. Disproportionately, I find it interesting that society says, get a job, you fucking bum. And society is the one that put them in the box to begin with in most cases. Most cases, and I say this because people vote for policies that raise rent. Where's that at? Y'all, I don't know. Listen, I go back and forth. 1 minute, I'm like, direct energy weapons are not real. And then I'll watch a damn documentary and I'm like, wait a minute. This shit don't even make sense. If it don't make sense, it's a lie. So I go back and forth. Listen, am I saying that, you know, no, absolutely not. There were no direct energy weapons used in my belief in any of these fires, but were the fires intentionally set? Now that's a whole different theory that absolutely needs to be explored, because we've caught people setting fires. Okay, they've arrested people that appeared to be doing some shady shit near fires. So it is alleged that some of these fires haven't been intentionally set. Who's to say people that were close to the P. Diddy case didn't get this shit popping off to destroy evidence, homes, places, locations? I don't know. I'm not saying that that's the case. I do believe that it's a natural disaster. But I know y'all like conspiracies, so let's talk about it. And apparently I like conspiracies too, because I was fully immersed in this girl. She was one of his accusers. If y'all don't know who I'm talking about, she did a podcast with Jaguar White, right? And I can't think of her darn name, but if you know, you know, and I might post some clips of her talking about it. But it wasn't even 3 to 6 months before the pettier the crimes. So like me, I was in district court. That's right next to like traffic court, okay? It's misdemeanors. It's petty crimes, okay? It's like stealing a steak from Walmart, or being at your mama's house when she told you not to be there and they got you for trespassing, or you were intoxicated in public, or you got a DWI, or that's a misdemeanor, surprisingly, but yeah, it is. I mean, I don't know if it should be a felony. It's more of a substance abuse issue, in my opinion. Speaking of which, there was a guy in court that freaking had like 3 or 4 felonies, or maybe even more than that. Firearm, obtained by under false pretenses or something. Cocaine charges.
Again with the Taco Bell at McDonald's.
And as soon as they said that, I said, "Oh God, he's on that crack, honey. He's on that crack." What did I tell you about them hard drugs? Anyways, misdemeanor court is petty crime. And so in my experience, public defenders that work on that side, they get a lot more cases than attorneys that are handling federal crimes or felonies, superior court. So, you know, this was only 3 months. Let me be clear. 3 months, October, actually, November, December, and we're in the middle of January. There is no way on God's green earth that you can get due process in less than 3 months of a case. It's just crazy to me that this is the system that we have built.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Do you know what that means, right? It means that there's a lot more innocent people out here than I actually originally thought.
No, there's a lot more guilty people just walking the streets because it takes so long to fucking convict them.
Once again, every time I learn something new, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. I thought we maybe had 100,000. Oh no, it's like 250,000. Oh wait, what about all the people from the past that have been charged and they didn't get due process? They didn't get a proper
I mean, you could even argue that this is due process and it's allowing the person who's being accused of whatever ample time to collect evidence to support their case, right? But they're just criminals walking around. They need to go in jail.
Representation because their lawyer couldn't properly represent them because their lawyer had 500 damn cases on his desk and he only had 2 minutes to spare and 2.5 months of work. First of all, I wanted both of these girls' drug history and their criminal histories pulled into the spotlight.
Brooke just demands crazy shit.
If you're going to pull mine out, let's talk about theirs too, because we need to talk about the accuser's past. We need to talk about the accuser's characteristics and characters. You know what I mean? How they behave. I could see that when I said something, he's like, oh no, we can't do that. So what that means is you have to put your faith in front of a judge, and hope that she believes you. I don't even know if I want this.
Why'd you get it then?
And let me just tell you, the judge that was in there today didn't look like she was too happy about life. What is on this? I have no idea. Looks like cheese, beans. We'll try it. She didn't look like she was too happy to be there today. He was in jail. He was in jail. Hey, Laura.
Why did her voice sound so
So
low
both of
there?
the charges will be dismissed.
Laura,
And I'm grateful
Laura.
for that. But it's going to be a small process. You know, I don't have anything to do. Come July, both of the charges will be off my record. They're dismissed. So
I mean, they end up getting dismissed.
I guess I got what I want, not in the way that I wanted it. But fuck it. You know? It could be worse. I could be them two bitches.
So they did not apologize to Brooke.
It's not bad, but it's a lot of taco. So I can resume with my life. I don't have to stress about any more of that crap.
I mean, you do, though. That's kind of a lie.
And you know, I bet that judge is overworked too. I bet she's got a hell and shit in superior court, district court, child custody court. Well, maybe not. Criminal and divorce and custody are separate. So I don't know. The next time I see the Carpinos is when I have $3,000 to hire an attorney and pull their ass in court. because I'm doing it different next time. I'm gonna do it a little different. They're not even worth talking about. They're a waste of human life. They're evil. And they're gonna burn in hell for all the harm that they've caused young girls. Absolutely burn in hell. That actually gives me a little peace.
Alright, I'm really hungry. I gotta go make food. Brooke made me hungry at the Taco Bell. Oh, Cindy.
They're causing me to have to urinate. They are remotely, with robotics, making me have to use the restroom at inopportune times when it is almost impossible. They have remotely forced me to urinate on myself in my car, remotely.
At Cindy_Lou_102 super chatted $5. Make that car in the go forward. That would be hilarious. Thank you for all you do. Purple
thank
heart.
you, Cindy. Thank you. Thank you for the 5. Yeah, I gotta eat dinner at midnight. What a crazy day I'm having. And then I do want to. Maybe I'll play video games and we'll do the Kurt Cobain stuff tomorrow. I have a whole bunch of tabs open about Kurt Cobain, and then there was something else that I remembered that I wanted to pull up too. But I forgot it now. So I'll either see you guys later or I'll see you tomorrow. But thanks for hanging out with me. We did our obligational Brooke stuff, and we'll finish the stream up probably sometime tomorrow. Toodles for now, you guys. Good night.